Hello.
Okay. Hello. Having a fellow Canadian on, and I see your Blue Jays hat. Give me 1 second.
Oh, you got your silly goose shirt in.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Come sing your song.
Canada, Nintendo goes for thee.
Thank you, baby.
Love
very
that.
cute.
Yes.
Well done.
She, as I was coming in to record, she's just belting it out in the kitchen, and I was like, "Ooh, come on, do that! I have a Canadian on tonight."
Yes.
That is good
That was
stuff.
great. Perfect.
Don't log off because we'll
Yeah.
shoot
Oh.
shit for a
Oh
few
yeah,
minutes.
100%.
Oh, it's the official term is post roll.
Post roll. Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Because if you still record it,
Yeah.
it's a post roll. This is a pre roll.
I don't know. Did you listen to this
Dog,
week's
there's a
episode?
dog.
I think
There's a dog.
Nate. I'm pretty sure Nate had butchered our outro last week
Wrong again, Keith.
because he didn't even get to the point where I said where I was from or anything, and then he just kind of edited you in saying honk honk, and I was like, wait, I feel like we missed like a whole 45 seconds there
Wait, he actually
somewhere.
used my voice. He didn't use the.
I know it was you, but I don't know if it was you. I don't know if maybe, or
It
also,
was a Hong Kong for sure.
there was definitely a Hong Kong, but I think he like clipped out some stuff and then did your Hong Kong, and there was like no post show. I might be
Weird.
mistaken. I was listening to that at like 5 in the morning a couple days ago, but like I'm pretty sure Nate might have messed something up.
I, for one, find it wild you listen to this podcast.
I only do the intro and the outro just because I'd like to see
Mm.
what he keeps in. So sometimes it's like 15 minutes, and other times it's like 30 seconds. But I'd like to see what made the cut. Sometimes that's about it because we lived it. I
Well,
would. You know what would be
it's-
cool is this.
for me, a lot of what I do is improvised, right? So it's like off the top of my head. So when I'm listening back to it, I make myself laugh,
I,
which is so masturbatory that I just
I've laughed at myself a few times.
I,
was
I,
like,
could, I could see
can't.
that though, especially if you're going off the dome. Like I would
Yeah.
be like, what the hell was I on?
I wonder if there'd be value in listening to stuff from like maybe not like episode like 1 through 5, but like 10, 20, 30 on, and
I-
like to see where we've done like I don't know.
I mean, I think part of my journey was doing that. Like I started like the most recent stuff and I picked out like names I knew. And then I
Mhm.
was like, let me just start the first 5. And it is like night and day. I remember the first I heard one and I heard like, I was like, what the? Especially because I wasn't used to like just the random like candid noise show, like the sound clips. I was like, am I in the middle of a podcast? What is going on? And then I realized I was like, oh, this is the evolution. I dig this. This is fun.
Nice.
So yeah, I definitely
I
can
dig it.
see the change.
Let's
Yeah.
hope Nate keeps some of this in the show somewhere. This is to be that. This is
Oh.
that some good pre-show talk here, Nate.
Whatever, Keith. Blur, blur, blur.
Okay, welcome back to episode 621 of Unpaid and Underrated Podcast, a podcast by crew for crew, relentlessly mocked by crew, and in some cases, what's the word I'm looking for? Cheese. Off to a great start, boys. Off to a
Did you
great
say
start.
cheese?
Cheese is
brie and Gouda.
cheese and rice.
little provolone.
Ooh.
Oh, that's what I get for sobering up today. Speaking of that, what are you drinking over there?
I've got just a Coke Zero, a little mini one, a little mini fridge, as you guys call it. Yeah, it's a little later night for me, so just need something for a bump.
Yeah, a bump. What
And that
what
was
time is it over there?
It's 8 o'clock, so I'm an hour ahead of
Yeah,
you
you're an hour ahead
guys.
of me.
Yep.
An
Yep,
hour
yep, yep.
and half an hour behind Newfoundland. They
That
get
one
their
I'll
own
never
time
get over.
zone. Yeah,
They
they get their
do.
own time zone.
They get an hour and a half time zone. Yeah, I actually have like a coworker who, well, they live in Toronto now, but they're from there originally, and they're just like, yeah, it doesn't really make much sense. Whenever
Yeah.
she goes back, we have to like coordinate half-hour calls. And it's already like for me, like already bad, and like it's already east to west was always nice, 3 hours, but then I moved here, it's like 4, and then with them it's like 3.5 or no 4.5, whatever, half hours. So like doing that math is lose track over time.
Yeah, we're not big
Fuck.
math over here. Keith, what do you got?
I learned them. Well, it's a Grape Waterloo, but I learned something new that there's a half-hour time zone. That's the weirdest. That might
That's
be
correct.
the
And it's
weirdest thing I've ever heard.
it's only for the province of Newfoundland.
I might even say dumbest thing I've ever heard, but like that's pretty
I
bad.
would say I would agree with it.
But we
That
do
one.
have, what is it? I mean, America has its own thing. We have, is it Arizona or New Mexico that just doesn't observe daylight saving? One of the some far west
Oh,
state just straight up doesn't observe the
Good.
I
the time change. I just can't think of which
I
state it
No,
is.
no,
I
that's daylight savings time.
Yeah, no, well, true, completely different actually. So
Yeah,
yeah,
we
swing and a miss there, but
Ontario keeps trying to
well,
vote
no,
to
it's
get rid
still
of that.
it's time adjacent. It's all time, but
You
it's not a
I
time zone.
yeah, I just I'm okay with like the hours not changing only because my
Oh no,
work like we're fully remote and we have like my boss is in New Zealand. They don't change the same time as us, so there's like a 6 week, 8 week period where our meeting calendar is just thrown off. We can't do morning meetings because they haven't
mm,
flipped time yet. So
gotcha.
that's my only time where like, let's just keep it all as is,
Yeah,
predictable. Yeah, that's the only thing.
it'd be
But
nice.
So I did mention that's what I get for sobering up. But I am going to have a beer. I'm having a
Keith's.
Keith's from
Nice.
Nova
There you go.
Scotia.
Nice.
Yeah. Normally by now I've had one before the podcast, and today I did not. So
Yeah, you gotta play catch up.
no, it's always like, oh, I'm gonna come in a little loose, and then today I actually had a nap right before the podcast. These 4 a.m. wake ups are early.
Yeah, I'm not getting up at 4, but I'm right behind you at like 5. But
Yeah.
yeah.
5's my usual time, but I needed the gym.
Yeah. Oh, so you have to get up. You have to get up at 4 to train. That makes sense. But damn, that's yeah. I don't know. Just you got to figure out a way to like work out Saturday and Sunday back to back, and then just to squeeze one shitty workout in during the middle of the week, and that's just
Yeah,
what you get.
that's essentially the goal.
Yeah, you got to do. But it sucks training like 2 days back to back. But just I don't know. You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
That's what I have to do when I'm working long weeks or traveling.
What's everybody wearing?
Literally just a blue shirt. I am not Massonomic themed tonight, boys.
I have
Let you down.
the high bar squat shirt because I mean we were talking about weed earlier. That was my go-to shirt. So yeah.
I have the peach silly goose barbell finally.
Nice.
When'd you get that?
Actually, I've had it for a week.
Oh,
I just was waiting for it to be
I
washed.
just got ours today, and yeah, it hits. The smell is
Oh, you got the ammonia?
I got the ammonia with the shirt, so like I knew I was like, oh, everyone was telling me. I'm like, can't be that bad. It was a whiff.
Could you smell like so before you opened up the package? Could you smell it too? Like
I could. Yeah,
That's
actually,
wild.
I could. Yeah. Well, I mean, like it's also just been sitting there for
Yeah,
for like a full
fermenting.
month. Yeah. So
Yeah, shirt's gonna need a wash. Tanner wrote that the peach really brings out the color in my eyes, and that was nice of him.
I see it. I see it.
we love his notes. Can you imagine how many notes that guy's? Well, I mean, you can tell today by everyone's order numbers that he's for whatever that order is. He's probably written, I don't know, 3/4 of. I mean, because how many of them were in-person pickups at like Massonomics Gym and stuff like that? And I'm curious if the membership subscription counts towards that number. So there's some variance in that, but like several thousand handwritten notes is wild to think of.
Yeah, you think he's got a torn ACL? Wait till he gets carpal tunnel from all these notes he's writing.
For real.
I traveled and had a crew meet up myself this
You
week.
did. Where's Big Cam at compared to you? Like how long?
An
How long
hour.
of a? Oh, that's not bad. That's
No,
pretty
no,
good.
not at all. But it was mostly an hour because it's city driving in the worst city in Canada, second worst,
So
Toronto.
he's farther away. Okay, so he's okay. So he's farther away from me. Yeah, Toronto.
Yeah, he's in Toronto. Mostly just to play with some stuff that I didn't have here in the gym, right? So I got to press a log, did some Atlas stones. We were going to go to the park and throw, but not eating. So by the time we got there and I hadn't eaten and it was like 1 o'clock in the afternoon and I was like, I don't think I can keep training unless I get food in me.
Yeah.
So we went to a brewery in which both of us had beer and then he's like, do you want to keep training? And I'm like, no,
No.
because
No,
now
thank
I've
you.
had a beer.
Yeah, I would agree with that being a good idea.
But it was awesome. We tried to coordinate with some other crew, but they all couldn't make it. I don't see it being the last one we do.
I mean, I'm definitely gonna fly back to Toronto with like my wife and daughter to see her family because it's been a couple of years. So like, definitely I'll hit you up when I'm in
Oh, please do,
Toronto.
especially if
Yeah.
it's a weekend, because now I am
Oh,
off.
100%. Yeah, I think we're gonna go for like at least a week and a bit this time
Yeah.
around. Because yeah, the last time we drove back to Toronto, it was for like our daughter's like 100 days just for like our Chinese culture thing, and that was the last time I've seen
Oh,
like my
wow.
daughter. Yeah, so that's been like almost a full 2 years, but yeah, definitely want to go back to Toronto for an extended period of time. Yeah.
So that was my addition to the general topics.
So did you start it or end it with the hot tub cuddle?
That was the end because it
Okay.
overheated me. Because not
You-
only was it hot out, it was hot in the hot tub.
Yeah, you'd be
And
pretty burned. It'd be a fairly burned out drive home too, I bet.
well, that was my main concern as well. Like I still have to drive an hour,
Yeah.
right? So I don't
Oh
want to.
God.
I don't want to train, sit in a hot tub, drink a beer, and then drive for an hour. It was like I
Out
better.
of Toronto too, so that
Yeah.
is not. Yeah. No.
Yeah, I think it was like 4 o'clock by the time I left, and I was like,
Oh, gross.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
No, it was great. I enjoyed every second I was there. His dog is the best boy. We made friends. Brooke, best girl. So we made friends as soon as I showed up, and that dog was obsessed with me, which I support.
Dig it.
Yeah, like I mentioned in Discord, we're just gonna do me and Keith instead of home gym tours. It's just us going to your house to visit your
Yeah.
animals.
Yeah, that would be fun.
We
I
got,
wish
we
I
got
would-
two here.
I wish I had like documented that in the past because I've had like half a dozen or something already that would have been cool to catch up
Yeah,
on.
I need a
Yes.
picture with Steve's cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a crew pet tax. Yeah. Dig it.
So we got a funny quick story here. So we were sitting on the couch last night, and Stephanie was just asked me how many people can get into the Hall of Fame each year, and I'm just like, well, and so my immediate response was just like, well, it's just once you hit all the achievements, you're in, and she was really confused and didn't know what I was talking about. And then I kind of look at her, I was like, are you talking about the NFL or Massonomics? And she was like, the NFL. And I was like, oh, well, that's a completely different fucking thing. It was just like, that's how deep in my brain the Massonomics was that like, she was just on her phone looking at like ESPN or something and was like asking about in it, but she didn't preface it with NFL or football or
Yeah.
anything. It was just
Yeah,
like
you just
the Hall of
assumed
Fame.
it was Hall
I
of
was like, yeah,
Fame.
it's like, I haven't thought about fucking NFL Hall of Fame until like, when I see the article once a year of all the guys that didn't make it or did make it. And then I was just like, it took us, we both just laughed out laughing for a solid like 30 seconds afterwards too.
Yeah.
So that was a nice little funny tidbit. Quick update for your calendar. Will not be accurate by the time you're listening to this, but currently while we're recording, Crew Falls 43 days out and the Arnold 127 days out. So it's just a nice little reminder to either, let Tanner know if you're coming to Crew Falls, and then if, keep the Arnold on your itinerary if that's something you're interested in.
Yeah, by the time you hear this, you will be 38 days out from
There you
Nice.
go.
Do the math.
big math. No, I'm big Massonomics dashboard calendar guy.
Every time I look at mine like 3 times a year, and I just have to keep pulling off like things in the gym. I'm like, oh, it's not June anymore. It's like I gotta update this.
I look forward to it the first of every month.
Nice. Tommy's video. Anybody get a chance to watch that today, where he kind of walked through his Bells of Steel rack?
I was asleep.
No, that one.
That was cool. It was kind of it was an update. It was one of the first peaks of his floor. Because I think he hasn't really done too much. Because he put the rolled flooring on top of his stall mats, I believe. So got to see a little bit of that red flaky stuff on it. And but yeah, it was cool to watch him just go through the whole rack. As someone that already has a rack, it's kind of like, okay, rack's a rack, but it's good content for them. So I enjoyed it.
And Bells of Steel's Canadian, right? So relevant to
Canadian
today.
found, yeah.
Yeah,
it's
Canadian
it's not
found, yeah.
Still China import.
Yeah.
90% of the other companies, but it's at least
It's the biggest thing. I always on my algorithm of being Canadian. I was like, sure, that's it. Yeah.
Canadian founded.
There you go.
Did you guys pick anything up from the drop?
I did. We did two. Stephanie and I both got a zip up, and I got the bench heavy shirt. That was it.
Yeah, same.
That was my priority.
Yeah, once I saw the hoodie, I was like, oh, maroon's like that's my fall color, so I had to. And then I wasn't quite sure if I was actually being trolled because when I picked out a medium and it literally said three left. I'm like, is it actually actually three? After I bought it, I was like, oh my god.
I think it must be because
Yeah,
when
it was
we
too much
ordered, it didn't
extra,
give me any. I didn't have any like stock alerts or anything when we got We bought a
Yeah, I
large
just
and a
thought I was
2X.
like, am I being tested today? I know it's a troll, but yeah. So I just picked up the two.
3
I was
spots left.
yeah. Ugh.
But yeah, I'm excited for the hoodie well, the zip up. Like I've got a couple hoodies. I don't have it. I've never had a Massonomic zip up of anything. I think they've only had a few since I've been around. But they probably had many. I don't know the camo one. I think that they the camo vinyl one that,
hmm
and
The
then
windbreaker.
yeah, I didn't get that. And then maybe there was a gym one couple years ago or last year. I vaguely remember there being a black gym one, possibly. Maybe it wasn't a gym one.
Yep.
Maybe it was something with a skull. I don't know. But no, I'm excited. It'll be cool. I do
I,
like a good zip up.
I can't wear zip ups. I'm the opposite.
Oh yeah, I hate hoodies.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like a
I
zip
love
up.
hoodies. I love
Yeah.
hoodies.
Well, no, like I don't like pullovers. Like I'll wear them. I will default to a zip up if I can.
Mm, true,
Yeah, if
true.
if my hands don't touch in the pockets, I get like awkward. And then what's funny is I have two actual pullovers where the hands don't touch, and
Did you cut it? Did you go through and cut it out?
I know because then that would just be like destroying the sweater. And one's obsidian ammonia, and one was from my trip to Alberta, and I just don't wear them
Mm,
because I go to put
Yeah.
my hands in the pockets, and I'm just like my elbows are
that's
out. This is weird.
no. So is it more like it's got to be more like sewn on pockets than
Yeah,
like
yeah. It's
because I'm
not like
just
it's not a pouch.
Oh,
so
not
yeah.
kangaroo.
I'm like why would they have why would they put like a kangaroo pouch on and then sew it in the middle? Okay, so
No,
it's
no,
just
they put
okay. So
pockets
there's
on the
no way
sides,
to open it up then.
and
That's
your
the thing.
phone falls out of those, which I don't
Yeah.
love.
Yep.
Oh, obsidian ammonia code unpaid.
That's true. What's
It's
this
true.
fake IG business?
Oh God, it was another. Well, like I mean, I don't want to give anyone shit for doing it, but there's like I didn't even. It was the sand breaker or something. It basically someone already posted 3 or 4 reels of me breaking a sandbag with like Chat GPT and
And
Mm.
just
Sora.
so yeah, get ready for that person to follow you.
You know what's funny is last week my friend Amanda was over and she had all her kids and I gave them a tour of the gym, so they were lifting up the sandbags and throwing them over the bar because it was a 20-pound sandbag or something, and and there's a rip in it. So I actually wanted to take a picture and be like Keith was here.
That's funny. That would have been really funny actually.
I didn't know if you'd take it as funny or mean, so I was like, I'm just
No,
not going to do it.
that's fine. It's all good. No, and I wasn't trying to. Yeah, people can make as many fake Instagrams as they want, as long
As
as
long
they're
as they're
not.
not the ones like that they made of Gary, where they just
Oh yeah,
told
it's different.
his everything and tried to
And
pass
it
it off as him.
and it doesn't like have my name in it or my gym's name in it, so it's not because I
Mm,
feel like there's been ones in the past that like could be construed as confusing and like
an actual catfish.
yeah, and it's just like wait, why is my friend posting like people that don't know me like super deep into Massonomics, they'll be like, why is he posting this stuff? And is he that vain? Like I don't understand, but like they literally don't get that
Yeah.
it's a fake account that's just like a supportive gesture kind of, or in jest, whichever. So it's like it's not one of those, so I'm happy. But it's all good either way. And what do we got? Last week's episode. Anybody get a chance to listen to that?
I
It
did.
was the CrossFit episode, right?
It was.
Where they
Yeah.
talked about high rocks for 57 minutes and CrossFit for 10.
It's all static to me.
I actually I actually it's kind of relevant. I feel before kind of I got into lifting, I came from like that space, like CrossFitting and those type of like workouts. So yeah, the topic was pretty relevant, but the high rock stuff is very funny because like Toronto actually has one of those like official races,
Okay.
and it probably just happened a couple of months ago. So I had a couple friends run it, but also some like my TikTok algorithm was just folks kind of like going through all the issues of like the race and organization, kind of like typical influencer stuff. And yeah, it was just kind of like relevant timing that it got brought up because it is to me High Rocks is like 10 years ago the CrossFit and because everyone now does that
blowing
now.
up that much, yeah.
Yeah, it has like even all of your existing like F45 class, like even those type of classes, they have High Rocks training classes now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that started becoming like the introduction, but yeah, I think it's kind of cool. It is more endurance than it is not running and not lifting like straight in the middle. But yeah, I think it's cool-ish for at least like the paired stuff because a lot of my friends like they won't solo run it; they'll do the partner races, which are a little bit cooler. But yeah.
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 What would you rate it?
Me, ooh, 5 wads out of 5.
There you go. That'd be
There
our
we go.
first.
Yeah.
It's a joke there, but I won't touch it. Yeah, I enjoyed it. He definitely made you kind of go down a rabbit hole, like memory of all those freaking CrossFit episodes. And at first, I thought it was kind of funny. Like Tommy wouldn't say Tyler's name because I was like, oh, is he just? He was like, we just have a third host, and he wouldn't like say his name or anything. And then and I was like, oh, there's this will be funny. I'll like build up some fake beef or something. And then they did say Tyler's name later. I was like, shit. I was like, it's gonna ruin my whole fucking segment. But no, it was.
I will say when I did hear that, I also thought I was like, I feel like they're cool, no? Like, but yeah, eventually his name came out because yeah, I actually think the CrossFit episode are probably one of the first Massonomics podcasts I actually like listened to back in the day. Yeah, which is again kind of funny because it's probably the least like Massonomics topic now. If you look
Yeah,
at it.
for real.
Yeah.
But I definitely learned a little bit about High Rocks, whatever that is, and was kind of funny, like them kind of trying to understand it on the fly, and like Tommy, who doesn't really know anything about it, explaining it to Tanner, who doesn't know anything about it, and I was like, we're just kind of like they're just like reading Chat GPT of like this is High Rocks, and I was like, I mean, I have a vague understanding of what it is now, and I don't see the. I guess if you are only a runner, it's gonna put some strength in your life.
Yeah,
And but I don't
yeah.
know if it's a strength athlete. It's a great like I don't because so much of it isn't necessarily like CrossFit. I get it, still like putting a barbell in people's hands, and I can respect that even if it's like herky jerky moves that you probably shouldn't do for a million reps. But the high rocks, I don't know as far as like a functional strength other than just like
Yeah. I
great for
think
for an apocalypse though I suppose where you're gonna run around and
yeah, I think when they talked about like Tough Mudder, I was like, oh, that's probably the best example. This is more like cleaner professional type race, like similar to that. I don't know. I think if I didn't get into lifting, I started off as a runner. High rocks would probably be the thing I'd be like, oh yeah, that's the next thing for me in running, other than a triathlon. Um, but yeah, I think it's like a nice challenge, and it's something you can just do a couple times a year, and it doesn't have to be your primary. Did you say my phone? It's not my phone.
Yeah,
Oh, is it not yours?
that's all you, man, because I'm not picking that up at all.
Oh, because I didn't close Discord. God damn it! That must make it.
Yeah,
But like,
nice
but
to
it's
shift
not.
the
But
blame.
no, it's not. It wasn't the Discord. I gotta see what else I have open because it was like it was a ding with like a bunch of little dings that followed it, like one of those really annoying sounds.
Oh,
And that's why I was like, and it's not the Discord chime that I always hear. So I don't know. Maybe that was me. I mean, apparently it was me. So sorry.
Yeah, I didn't pick it up at all. So it
Okay,
wasn't-
then it's 100% was me. I just
oh, I was like, oh shit. I was like, my phone's like right here.
yeah, no,
No, you're good.
I'll blame it on Nate for fucking up. Nate must have logged into my computer and messed it all up. Sorry about that.
Got it. Oh, you're good. But yeah, but High Rocks
yeah.
is it's probably gonna be here for a bit. But I wonder what like the next like what can you add now, because what's like a race that's scalable is like pretty. The race setup is not that hard. They use like a convention hall. It's got like 3 sections, I think, for the 8 activities spread around, and you just run
Okay.
in a square. So like you could, they did it at I think the convention center downtown in Toronto, and so like when I think about kind of setting up races like that, how there it picks up because it's very like easy to set up and folks can easily travel to it. It's kind of like marathons, like the big marathon majors, like they're all major cities, easy. So I feel like that
Is it scalable? Like, are there like, can you like sign up and do like half of it, like a 5K versus a 10K or a
well,
marathon?
yeah. So like they have like the full challenge where you solo by yourself, and then they have like the group
Oh,
challenges.
the group when they're splitting, it's not like so you're not like doing it holding it like side by side with your buddy. You're like it's like a more
yeah,
of a
I think
relay.
one person does like one does like the wall.
Okay, so
at
it's a
least from
relay.
yeah,
Okay,
because
okay.
they have like mixed groups and just
I can
like
see that. I can see the
Yeah.
advantage of that. I mean,
Yeah.
anything that's making people be healthy in general, it's like I'm not upset with, but it's just something I've never really. I don't really. I've only really heard about it the last year or two, and it's only like been hearing people say the word, but me have no concept of what they're talking about.
But I think the real question is, how much is the affiliate?
Yeah. Speaking of affiliates, that'll go hand in hand with my rating. So I'm gonna give it 5 out of 5 forgotten affiliates because did you remember they couldn't remember who the affiliate the sixth
Oh, it
or
was amazing.
whatever.
I was yelling at my
Yeah.
I was
I
yelling
was
at my radio.
like, well, I can't think of who it is right now, so that's
It's
even adds to
Juggernaut.
it was
Yeah.
Juggernaut. Yeah. So like that was one of the good notes like I put in. It definitely behooves me to keep up to date with my notes when I'm listening to the episode. So this is the benefit when I listen on Sunday. I can sit there on my phone and just kind of be like, oh, I want to talk about this. I want to talk about that. When
Yeah.
I'm listening to it Monday morning if I'm driving, I'm like, yeah, I hope I remember some of this.
No, I was the pizza meme guy where they're like, "Oh, which one do we forget?" I'm like, "It's Juggernaut," and they're like, "Oh, I can't remember. I've been doing this all day. It's Juggernaut." Because it's like it's under the sauce. The cheese is under the sauce. That was me, and then I finally was just like, "It was Juggernaut," and then they remembered.
Now, do you think they did it as a ploy because like episode the coming out the following week is the Juggernaut episode?
Maybe.
there's a little joke.
Oh.
I mean, that's a little. I'm sure it just was coincidence, but like that even makes it funnier if it was coincidence that like they forgot Juggernaut and then they're doing an episode about Juggernaut.
Um, I mean, you guys said everything I was gonna say.
Sucks
I
going
d-
last.
yeah, I just don't really. I think Tanner made me really laugh when Tommy said, "Can you hit the strength code button?" And Tanner said, "I thought you'd never ask."
Hmm.
I don't know why, but that's just like my humor right now. We were picking doors, and somebody announced, "Oh, the next door is this size," and then I turned and I was like, "Huh, we got everything we need right here, guys." And for some reason, that broke everybody because it was like, so that's my level of humor. So good work on that one, Tanner. Um, I do honest like the joke I was gonna make was that like I heard the ooh ah, 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 and then nothing but Charlie Brown trumpets wah, 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 CrossFit wah, wah, high rocks because like and then I posted that meme where it's like I gave up on the backlog because of all the CrossFit talk and then
That was
boom
funny.
episode 498.
I did laugh at that. Yeah. That was...
Anyway, I'll give it 5 out of 5 Julian Pinos.
Well done.
5 out of $5,000 a year.
Oh.
Yeah, well, yeah, the CrossFit, yeah, they said it kept when they said like the rates that it went up, it wasn't as much as I thought though. It was still a lot, but
Not as much
the
as Peloton.
I was gonna that was
Uh,
for sure Tanner's not keeping Peloton after
No,
March. Like
no way.
he's probably gonna like he's for sure not keeping the subscription. I'd be surprised if he keeps the bike itself because every time he sees it, he's just gonna think of that $50 subscriction.
I like,
Yeah,
I
they'll-
like the way he was like, yeah, they asked me to sign some stuff, so I just went. And Tommy was like, yeah, they increased your price. And Tanner's like, what?
At least it was
Just
the
agreed
49.
to it.
What was funny is like my Stephanie was listening to it because I think we were watching it Sunday. And they kept saying $50, $50, $50, and then she was like, they should have at least done $49.99, and then like a couple minutes later, Tanner they like discussed how it was only $49.99. So I found that amusing.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of obsidian ammonia, you already mentioned code unpaid. Head over to hypedust.com, get yourself some ammonia. The horse mat ammonia is not there. That is gone. That is gone forever as of about 2 hours ago.
R.I.P.
Yeah. Code unpaid works at Plate Snacks as well. Get your stickers, get your banners, hide your kids, hide your wives, and belt fed strength. Code unpaid. Get yourself some lifting equipment.
Oh yeah.
All right. Do you have an ad read for us over there?
Absolutely, I do. I want to preface it though that I've been like very much in work mode, and what I deal with at work is actually it's kind of meta, but like I deal with communities, like I deal with like enterprise companies actually having communities. So when you guys told me to write an ad read, I was like, I'm gonna write about the one thing I know, communities. So I'm
Good.
framing Mastonomics in that. All right. Are you looking for a brand that does community well to show your leadership team? Well, let me tell you about Mastonomics. It's a lifting podcast about nothing, or maybe a home gym tour YouTube channel. I've also been told that they do legendary merch drops, but honestly, either way, let me just tell you, Mastonomics got levels to their offering and their reach. The faces behind Mastonomics, Tommy and Tanner, have mastered the art of drawing lines in the sand and making sparkling water reviews a full-blown business with a flourishing community. But let me get to the actual secret cottage cheese recipe that is the community. You can call it the crew, the wolf pack, the gaggle of silly geese, or whatever the hell you want, you know them by. you're not going to find another example of a more engaged community. From the online Discord server where you'll be bombarded with memes and plate snack codes to offline events like Live Hard, Live Easy, 1, 2, and 3, the crew are just going to be showing up, whether it's online or offline. Some people would say it's cult-like. So grab a supporting membership. There's only 3 left, and check out Massonomics. There's not a better group to learn about power users from actual powerlifters themselves. You might not learn everything about community, but at least you'll figure out how to live hard and live easy.
Very nice. Massnomics.com/join. If you're listening to this, you're already a member.
Hurrah.
Hurrah. And I really dig the idea of calling the live events offline events, because it just really adds to the whole like
that is an actual term for like that's
it's very correct, because it's like they're always talking about how they hate that business jargon.
Oh yeah,
right? At the end
boss
of
said
every
something about
meeting,
taking
nothing
something
from me
offline
or
the other
whatever.
week.
Oh yeah, that's let's take it offline. I was like, but we don't. We're fully remote. Like whenever my company does it.
But then it's just like, oh, I hope they start calling it offline events.
It's just that's when you know you're like too chronically online that you're like referring just going out to an offline event.
We had a newer crew in Discord, like just literally today or yesterday, be like, what is Crew Falls? I don't understand. And I was like, we could have chimed in with it's an offline event.
Yeah, that would have been mint.
But I didn't take the low hanging fruit and pick on him. I did Wes there a couple weeks ago. I described it in words, and then even sent the link to the website and everything for the event page. I was like, all right, I don't want to. I shouldn't roast everybody. Let's
Yep, gonna start causing chargebacks over there.
Give everybody at least one strike.
Yeah, all right. Should we kick any looky-loos out?
Yeah.
Get our guest on the horn?
I don't know if we have any. I feel like
we have dozens. We have dozens that came for the pre-show.
Yeah, it was a good pre-show actually. Nate. hopefully we keep some of it.
Big Will, is that you?
It is me. Hello.
Welcome to Unpaid and Underrated.
Thank you.
We
nice
are
to
live.
finally speak. Yes.
Are we? Oh, yes, we are. We were live.
What?
We were live. We were live when we recorded. I don't know if we are live when they're listening. But yes, I know.
We're live somewhere.
I'm so tired.
Yeah, we're live somewhere.
I needed some ammonia. I need some.
It's live o'clock somewhere. So the
That's fucking good. That's so corny, but that's really good.
Right on my alley.
That was funny.
Yeah, but your laugh made me laugh. I was just going to gloss right over that.
All
right. Let's start with the big hard-heading question. Big Will, what brought you to Massonomics?
Don't say CrossFit.
That's a great question.
You already did.
I did. I mean, I think that was my first exposure to it. I'd probably listened to some of the earlier episodes and then probably saw your merch here and there. But I think it was definitely last year when we had our daughter. I pretty much went through from like February to June. I was just every night it was like an episode or two because I had the night shift. So I think that was the period of time where I was like, oh, I got time to actually figure out like what I want to do next. And then I think where Massonomics came in, it was the community for me because again, I work in community management. I was like, oh, this is cool. Even though I am definitely a lurker, I'm pretty relatively quiet. It just kind of made sense. Like, yeah. So it was last year. Yeah, around February I just like picked. I think it was a Bryce from Calgary Barbell episode that I downloaded because I've been watching a bit of their content, and yeah, that episode just downloaded like 50 episodes each way and just started cranking at it, and then I just signed up a couple months later for supporting membership, and now here we are.
And what got you to pull the trigger on the supporting membership? I mean, I get it was the community, but I guess how were you? Was it just hearing about it on the podcast, or were you because
it was a bit of that, and I'm also like, I'm someone who kind of when I find something to obsess or like hyper focus, I just dive right and I
you don't do half measures. Nice.
Yeah, exactly. I full ass it only because I also know that I have a high likelihood I might just drop something. So with like lifting and like that's I'm like, this is perfect. Got the community. I live very remotely,
Yeah.
so this all makes sense for me. And then yeah, it also probably helped that like there was the gym shed tour video that also got like perfect timing where I was like, well, I want to stop going to the gym. What can I do? And that kind of got me down a different rabbit hole of
Are you talking about Big Paul's video? That
yeah.
one
So
I was
like
just looking. It's got like 68K. It outside of a couple other ones, like hit like dwarfs every other like Joe Schmo Cruise video. It's wild. Like I don't know how that caught fire,
I,
but kudos to them and to Paul because that was really
I think
impressive to see the numbers.
yeah, I think for release for me, it was the one that like some of the gyms I was like, crap, man, that is a lot of money. That one for me was like the most like reachable in a way because I was considering a shed anyway. So like I can see why because I'm sure so many people probably have a shed or like a barn, and that size was like what was it, 12 by 20 I think or
Yeah,
12.
it's
Yeah,
essentially like a single car garage, like
yeah.
if
So
give
like
or
that
take. Maybe
there's such a
smaller
common
actually. Actually, it's
size.
probably
Yeah,
smaller than a single. I've been inside. I'm trying to think. Like I'd say it's smaller than a single car garage. It's a small single car garage, but it is a
yeah,
detached shed.
yeah. And like I think the regulations around Nova Scotia, or at least like in my county, is that a certain size level I don't have to go through permits, and I was
Oh yeah,
going through all the sheds. So
I was like, yeah.
yeah, that
Which
one
one
was
is 1% smaller than a permit?
pretty much. It's like 200. I think it's like 240 square feet is the threshold,
Nice.
and yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to all the permits and all that jazz that I'd have to apply for.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah,
So just so the listeners, because our intro was a little wonky, who are you? What's your name? How do people find you?
I am Will Chow. I am from Nova Scotia. Instagram is I think Will Chow CHAU under two underscores, and I think my Discord is Lavender Farm.
Yes, I believe something like that. Yeah.
And then I also have one more Instagram page, Blooming Bay Lavender, which is kind of our family lavender farm business. We're also there as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, good to have you. Good to meet you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, that knocked out a couple of our things. Where are you from? I've always okay. Well, that did half of it. So that's where you're. So currently in Nova Scotia, which for our American listeners is somewhere north of Joey, I believe, northwest, northwest,
East,
northeast.
east.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because yeah, you said you're ahead. So
Yeah,
how
he's
far?
closer to Scance than me.
Okay.
Yeah, Scanson's like right across the water from me. Like,
Ah,
I
see,
think it's probably either a 6 hour drive if I take the long way or like a 2 hour ferry plus another hour drive, I
that'd be
think.
doable.
Yeah, well, he's been here. Like, he's the first person I met
Oh, cool.
in person. Yeah,
Oh yeah, I
met.
remember. Yeah, I saw the
Yeah,
picture. So finishing up where you from, where you live. Is that where you've always kind of been in that area? I heard you mention you would live some other places. Just
yeah.
that you want to touch on.
So yeah, I was born and raised in like Toronto.
Okay,
So I lived there probably up until like 3 years ago, and then my wife and I moved to Nova Scotia, which I know Joey loves,
Mm-hmm.
and we're butt fuck nowhere. Like we are so like we're 2 hours away from the most like major city, and for me that was like a big change going from like city to pure country. Yeah, so that has been the biggest change. Yeah.
awesome, awesome. And we know you don't know your supporting membership number, so we'll knock that one off. But do you know the Hall of Fame status?
This should be 5.
Ooh,
Yeah, and then
what
six
do you
and
think?
7 are very doable next. Well, 6, yeah, I'll be minimum 7 next year, just by like orders and the first year anniversary. But I'm thinking about the Arnold, or at least one of the events, or one of the cons to go to probably knock off another.
Yeah, it's the Arnold would be Arnold definitely be the closest. But if you're flying at that point, like it's just a matter of what's more important to you, you know.
Yeah.
Lift hard's amazing. Home gym con's really cool.
Yeah.
The Arnold's its own thing, but it's not a small and intimate thing unless you like are happy, lucky enough to like be at the dinner afterwards. Awesome, but like as we
Yeah.
get bigger, it's gonna be harder to get like actually everyone in one room. We got really lucky at the Eagle, like they had
Oh,
just
yeah,
enough
that's
room to
true.
like fit everyone in there. They didn't even fit everyone in there because Barefoot had to get a table outside. Sorry, because they showed up a little later.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, it'll be cool to meet you in person. Hopefully, you can make something. That'd be dope.
yeah. I'm definitely, yeah, definitely one of them. I'll make an effort out for sure. Yeah, Arnold's probably the closest because it's East Coast as well.
Hmm.
But either way, it'll be a good trip. I'll
It's
figure. Well,
not Midwest.
no.
No.
Debatable by some. I don't. I think I'm sure we've answered that a million times. I don't know. It's not the East Coast.
Um, I think I know the answer to this. Are you certified yet?
I am not yet, no. Because I also well, so right now I split between like I have my rack in the barn and then like adjustable dumbbells, a Peloton, and a bench in our bedroom. But I think now we were talking earlier about gym shed, but actually my newest thing is I'm looking at like shipping containers and trying to convert them
Hmm.
into a gym. And then from there, yes, I'll do a certified training facility. And I think Joey and I were talking about I was going to even offer the crew to crowdsource our my name, but I think your Blooming Bay barbell was
Hmm.
like an early nice class.
Yeah,
So
I actually
Oh,
I
okay.
was
So it's because
telling
a play
because
on
that's what the
the
farm is
lab.
called,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
I was
That would be
telling my
dope.
wife about that one where I was like, he says he might crowdsource it, but I'll be kind of bummed if he doesn't go with
Yeah,
that.
oh God, and
it's a no brainer. Will I
yeah,
mean it's and
I know. I was
he's
like, wow, this was so much easier than I thought because my other one was like, do I just want to use the same acronym as like Blooming Bay Lavender and I'll just replace it with like bongs, barbells, and lavender, and that'll be the gym itself. But
Yeah,
Blooming Bay barbell,
I think keeping it simple is just I
yeah,
don't know. I think
it
people
just
get
works.
too erratic with the gym names, and then it's like
Yeah,
then the other people don't remember what your gym name is, and then like, well, I'm not gonna feel bad because I didn't remember your very elaborate gym name that's like
yeah.
specific to you. It's just like keep it
and
somewhat.
having lavender in the logo,
Yeah, I
like
think
that
that's.
that kind of writes itself as well. I don't think you
Mm-hmm.
want to be BBL
Well, that was the
barbell.
funny. Well, that's the funny thing because we're booming with lavender, and they're like, "Why do you call it Bill?" I'm like, "Guys, it works so well. Don't worry."
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good
I just,
point.
I
Triple
just
B is a good.
really worked my glutes. Yeah, yeah. There's no BBLs here.
uh,
So you're, relatively new. Sounds like you've been here around a year or so, but you've been following it for a little more than that. So, was that one thing that you saw that someone posted on Instagram or in Discord, or you saw in an old video that you're like, "Damn, I wish I could buy that." What's that one thing?
oh, I've got two.
Okay.
I definitely the camo lift hat. For sure. That's my first one, and then only because a couple episodes ago, I think you had mentioned joggers that I didn't even know those existed. That would probably be it because I love wearing joggers. It'd be perfect. So
Nice.
yeah, those two items for sure.
No, you
Good
can tell
deal.
he works from home.
Yeah.
It's my yeah, it's my default. My wife has to literally sometimes when we go out for errands, I'm like, I can just dress up in like pot related t-shirt or lifting t-shirt and sweats, and they're like, please make yourself a little bit more presentable and just like wear pants. I was like, right, I would do wear shorts and sweats all the time. So yeah. So you nailed it right there, Joey. Yeah.
Okay, so you had a fair amount of submissions for the episode. How did you go about requesting those? And, did you explain what you was, or did you just keep it kind of simple?
Uh, I started off with trying to do like a slight intro of like, hey, no been lifting part of that Discord. They have a sister podcast. They're just interviewing all the members. I'm gonna hop on. Here's a questionnaire. And then it was just, do you guys want to troll and make fun of me? Here's your opportunity. And a couple of them were just it. And then yeah, so mostly quick one, two liners, and then when I had to check up on them again, then I just gave them one opportunity to embarrass me. So I think a couple of
Oh,
them.
you had to dangle that carrot in front of them,
I mean, a
basically, to
couple
be like,
like
yeah, no, I feel it. I don't mind people submitting like embarrassing stories. It's just when it's
yeah,
the made up stupid shit. That's what we don't
yeah.
like.
I'm
So
and
embarrassing
truth,
stories are great. Made up
yeah,
stupid shit can fuck off.
yeah. It's the truth. Yeah, for me, I was just like, I'm also curious, like what some of like the core memories that like some of my friends have, because I
Uh,
know like my close one. There are a couple others that I just messaged them because like I think one of them we're I've been friends with him since high school, but we primarily talk during the football season because he'll
mhm.
always message me a couple weeks before the season starts and like, "Are you gonna do the elimination pool?" And I've been giving him a minimum of $40 every year for like the past decade. Just he just messages me your 2 picks and until I lose.
That's
So yeah, that's been every summer. And he's like, I don't really know much about some like a majority of the questions, so I'm just gonna answer the ones that he knows and he'll troll me. So I think he's probably one of the made up ones.
all good. All good. All right. Well, we have a game we like to play, Will. I know you're familiar with it, but it's called Least Fun, Most Fun. So if any of your friends and family are listening, I'm not really sure what that means. So we're gonna give Will a single topic, something he's familiar with, and then he's gonna have to go through and use his druthers and kind of explain to us what the least fun thing about said topic is, as well as what the most fun thing about said topic is. The one I have listed, if it doesn't land, I got a backup one, and then I think Joey has one also. So this is gonna be a little, extended least fun, most fun, but it is a great game. So let's do it. So Big Will, least fun, most fun, being on a call with Mark Cuban.
Ha! Oh man. Oh yeah. Oh jeez. Okay, so should I give context or
Yeah,
should
yeah, obviously, yeah, clearly,
You
yeah.
got your
Please,
druthers.
please give us context because it's
Yeah, okay, yeah. So it's actually how I got any knowledge of lifting, but probably like 10, 12 years ago, I moved to Boston to live with like an ex-partner at the time, but then I also joined a startup and it was a company that essentially just tried to track your reports, but use big data to do like predictive analysis for injury prevention. And what I did was just email all of the contacts I knew that were related to sports. But also at the time, it was like pretty well known that you can email like Cuban's email and he would open it and read it. So I sent one with like an email tracker and kind of got like alerts the next day of I could see where it was going. It was like Dallas to LA and then another email and then all of a sudden a day later I got an email from like the Dallas Mavs training head trainer was like, "Hey, we're interested in your app. Let's talk." Whatever, we send over some information and then we just hop on a call. I did not expect Mark Cuban to be there, so
Mhm.
forced so like
So you were in sweatpants, obviously, for the Zoom call, and they were just, you were
no,
just,
it wasn't on video.
I,
So we were actually I wasn't in the shot itself, so it was kind of nice. I was
gotcha.
just kind of like
But you were in the
behind some.
room though, right? Because
Yeah, I was.
that was going to be my audible was if you weren't actually on the call, because I think that the way it was submitted was you facilitated getting a call with
No,
Mark
I
Cuban,
was.
but
Yeah, I was. So the cool thing, or sorry, what was? Oh God, yeah. So I would say, was it least or best? Sorry, what
so
was
it's
the?
the game is least fun, most fun.
Yeah,
So
okay. So least fun was. It sounds so dumb,
no,
but
let's hear it.
re-explaining like our whole pitch. So we pitched Mark and then he had some questions, but his question was literally, can you explain that again in different words? So that was
Oh,
like the least fun of like we had this whole
that's
big spiel.
it's like tell me everything, but like say it
Say it
different.
better. Yeah, make
Yeah,
it
it's
make
like what
sense. So
like
that didn't feel great. And then the best thing was we got more contacts out of it. So like we talked to like the Bulls, the Lakers. So like that was a byproduct of the call. The call itself was shit. But yeah, but yeah, Mark Cuban, it
that's
was cool. It was cool overall, but that call did not go well.
And
interesting.
most fun? Oh, you did that already. Bleh.
Yeah, most fun was, I guess,
I'm
ending
back.
the call and getting more context. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. That's pretty cool. I don't think people, not that many people can say they like, talk to someone that famous, and like, at that point, that would have been like peak Shark Tank too, probably.
It was pretty much that, and I think like that was like the reason why it was like known he has like his email, and I think it's still the same email to this day. Yeah.
This one might land, it might not.
All right.
Okay. Least fun, most fun. Influencers trespassing in your lavender farm.
Oh my
I was gonna put it in unpaid and underrated, but I just thought it would be way
Influence.
more fun here.
Oh, influence trusted. Okay. Least. Oh my. I wonder if my wife submitted
Is
this.
that actually something
No,
that happened?
I just I no, I brought it up because I know it's a thing that happened.
Okay.
I,
So like I will say I do have a trespassing story, but it's not related to an influencer. So I but I'll use it for that one. So the story was we did have like a trespasser. We've had a couple of multiple trespassers, but this one time, this nice German lady showed up. It was a long weekend. It was a civic holiday long weekend. I was doing laundry, and I don't know if you guys do this, but I was doing like my underwear. So I was like, screw it, I'll just take off my underwear and go back up, and like nobody drives up here. I live on I live in the woods on top of a mountain. So I was like, I'm good. But I think as I was like going to pick up clothes, my ADHD, I got sidetracked and I went to, I think, wash my hands or something. And then all of a sudden I hear a knock and I look, and fortunately the lady was just looking straight at the door, but I was butt ass naked. I ran upstairs, like panicking. And my wife's like, what are you doing? And I was like, well, as you can see, I have no clothes. She's down there, and I was like, I think she saw me. I cannot show my face again to this like German lady. And then so my wife, her decision was like, let's just pretend we're not here. So we just stood like upstairs in the room, assuming she would just walk away. She didn't. She then proceeded to walk like 50 yards into our lavender field, and I will say that like our major lavender field is like 13 acres. So imagine that like she had a lot of space. So we, again, I still didn't put any clothes up, but I was just upstairs like staring at her the whole time, assuming she'd leave. She didn't. So eventually ran out. So the least fun is being caught naked as a trespasser.
Yeah,
And
it's fair.
the best and the most fun is now getting to tell that story over and over again because we do get a handful of trespassers, and every single time I feel like they do it on purpose because there's people they claim it by accident, but there's no way. There's literally like we have a central one trail that does not look like it goes anywhere, and if you walk up the trail, you see a barn. Like one girl was like, "Oh, I thought this was the woods."
Yeah, I just thought all this lavender grew in this flat spot by itself. Like this is.
Do you see your family has multiple houses on the land then?
No, so we just have ours. And then there's like a barn, a couple like maybe like.
Oh, so it's I guess in my mind it was like your parents and then you lived on the land. So you run the farm yourself then?
His parents are in Toronto.
Yeah, my in-laws are like 20 minutes away. My father-in-law is retired, so he does most of the farming for the lavender. I kind of do the easier parts because I don't know machinery yet. So I haven't graduated to the tractor just yet. Yeah. And then we also want to do like a wedding venue business, which I think that's probably more my wife and I's kind of thing that we want to do, but we also have like full-time jobs. And
I mean, you have to wear clothes if you're gonna like, greet people at the door for the wedding, right?
that's fine. I only have to do it once on the weekends. Like it's my quarterly thing. And if it's in the summer, then like maybe I'll do it more than once. But yeah, I do think about that because anytime there's like a big event, or for instance, like I had to travel for work for a week, I was like, do I even have enough pants for like a solid week of travel?
Yeah.
So I did have to buy at least a pair. Yeah, the last trip that I went on. Yeah, I definitely have gone too used to living in the woods and not seeing anybody.
It sounds amazing.
Yeah, it sounds great.
Well, outside of the whole, I don't work remote, and then a long commute would be horrible, but the privacy would be freaking amazing.
Yeah. I tell everyone like unless like only do this if you work remotely because I don't even know what type of job I would do or like the line of work I would do if they even have anything close. Like it'll probably be closer to Halifax to the city, but like again, I live so rural that I depend on remote jobs. Yeah.
All right. So no influencers have traversed out there. I hear it happens a lot to lavender farms around here.
So the trick is that they don't know about us yet.
Yeah.
Because we've been one photographer, I will say like one photographer, we kind of did like a little bit of a trial partnership and we let them shoot at our place. And I guess they posted one, and then it was just one photographer means 6 photographers know. And then eventually people were like, where the hell is this place? And my favorite part is the folks who are like, I've lived here all my life. I don't know where they are. They don't exist. And I'm like, still right here. I'm still
good. Good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want to
that's yeah. Go ahead, sorry.
do you want to do the third one or move on to the height person?
Oh, it doesn't.
Okay,
If
for
you-
whatever.
All right. So you know the question. You got one big lift. You got one big competition coming. You got a hype person there to hype you up. Who is that person?
So I have two.
Of course.
One was Terry Crews because I just think he can yell at me and I'll get amped up. But
That
then
could work.
the inverse of that is I also feel like I just need to be chill, and the only person that is like both my wife and I, celebrity wise, is like our chill person is Tony Hawk. So I just feel like Tony Hawk just like talk to me. I'll be good. Terry Crews, you can just yell shit. We can reenact. Was it the white chick scene where he's doing Vanessa Carlton? I'll do that with him. I'll get amped up that way. Like I think for me, I don't need to be like super pumped. I'm goofy. That's how I amp myself up.
Yeah.
Energy wise. So.
Just you'd have to tell Tony Hawk he looks like that guy.
Yeah, yeah.
You look like this guy that was like a famous skater in the 90s. I heard he loves that.
Oh, we even had we thought about inviting him to our wedding just because I was like, fuck it, if we find an address, just mail it to him, and we never got around to it. But we did get a cameo from him. Someone ordered a Tony Hawk cameo for
That's
I think,
amazing.
That's pretty
which
cool.
is yeah.
Okay. On to some other stuff.
Yeah.
Keith, what do you got?
You briefly touched on what you do, that you work remote and, in communications or whatever, as little or as much as you want to talk about your career, feel free.
I love talking about my work. Yeah, so I work remotely for I guess it's like open source like community platform, but the best way I just describe it is for most people it's like we do forum software. So one of our biggest customers, if you guys like Blizzard games, I'm not sure if you guys play video games whatsoever, but like if you're ever on any Blizzard forum, that's our software and we host them.
You just made Big Matt mostly squat videos. His ears just perked right up.
Yeah, so so I manage customer success team. We basically just onboard all of the enterprise customers. So I do get a bit of FaceTime with some like bigger enterprise customers, and yeah, Blizzard was when I joined, it was like one of the carrots that the founders was like, "Hey, we might need you to like maybe manage them. Did you want to go to the campus?" I was like, "Say no, say stop, just
Say less.
I was like, please stop."
What kind of HR jargon did you just say? Customer success team? What? Is that just like positive?
No, customer.
manifestation?
No,
Is that
no.
a term?
Yeah, it is. It's
Okay.
in like software as a service. It's probably a relative. I keep saying relatively, but like community management is probably older, and then customer success is probably like the last 10, 15
Okay.
years.
I
But
didn't know if it was like something like supervisors are trained to tell people to like only be positive. There is no negative because you have to get the sale. Blah blah blah.
yeah, no, this one's just when they say like success for software, it's just like making sure you product adoption wise, like you actually use it. So like my
Okay.
team's like not only training you on the platform, but like
Gotcha.
once you're fully trained in launch, we keep an eye out for you and be like, you should probably do this and stuff. So
Oh, that's cool. I got
But-
you.
Yeah,
No,
but-
that makes more sense. I
But
understand
you
now.
do the forums, right? You don't do the software itself.
so like Discourse, which often gets confused with Discourse, we make the open source software and we also do like the hosting on like cloud servers and all that stuff. So
Damn, that's cool.
Interesting.
yeah, it was pretty much like the dream job that I didn't think I could run into because I used to be a community manager like for a tech company, and then you'll come to like community management is not easy. It is fun, but not an easy job, especially in tech. So I like wanted to get out of it, and that was kind of being on the other side, the vendor side of things. So that's been fun, and I've been here I got lucky and I started 4 months before the pandemic started, so I kind of got like a crash course into working remote and all of that stuff. That really
That was
helped.
kind of perfect timing because that's a job everyone wanted 3 months later. So
Yeah, everyone's like, how do you manage? I was like, I wish I could tell you, but literally at the time we had like a 500 square foot condo and it was just me. It was fine. But then when my wife joined, we had to split a one bedroom into a two office. So when we both had calls, she would, at some points, depending on the noise, I would be either on the balcony or on the bathroom, and she would be on the other side.
Wow.
So it was great working remotely, but in that small room, it wasn't fun for like a year. And then we ended up here, which is now fine because we all have our own rooms now.
How's the internet out there? Are you line of sight or are you fiber?
Total trash. Holy crap. We Starlink is the only thing we can get.
Uh-huh.
Because we signed up for Bell and we had everything. My in-laws were actually here to let them in because we hadn't moved in yet, and they were like, "Oh, we can't get a signal," because they just were all over. And then we asked them, "Yo, what's the deal?" They're like, "Oh, we actually realized the fiber optic lines all the way at like the front of your or driveway, whatever the trail.
Yeah.
We don't want to run the lineup." I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't either because it's just for
Yeah.
our one house, and it's like at least like maybe 400 meters up.
Yeah, it'd be
So-
$6,000 just
exactly,
to run the line.
just for us. So luckily we got Starlink. That's does the job. Like I can't really do streaming as much anymore because their upload rates are shit. But you know what? Like considering it would have been like dial up or nothing.
Yeah.
So I'll take it. Yeah.
Are you getting 100 megabytes per second?
Yeah, we are actually. It's probably like 250 up. No, 250 down and 5 up.
Oh God. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, that it's always been that, but I can still download, watch all my stuff if I don't stream on Twitch as much anymore. Oh, I don't anymore. I'll try to do it like once in a blue moon, and I'll probably last like half an hour before something craps out. So yeah.
Sorry, that was a nerdy thing, but I was just thinking living rural, what
Yeah.
that's like.
No, it makes sense. So lifting history, something you mentioned being more recent. Is that you want to walk us through that?
Yeah, I think like lifting has always been like the adjacent or even accessory like thing we did. I started off playing baseball in high school, so did a little bit of lifting there. College or university I was just a sack of potatoes. I didn't really do anything whatsoever. And then it was when I started at that tech company, that's when I had like actually learned a little bit more, got exposed to it. Then I think my next few sports were I did running for a long time and got a coach who also recommended that I do a little bit of lifting. And then once I'd like finished my marathon, that's when I started doing a little bit more kind of slowly going into kind of like the intro classes at one of like F45 to start. They had like a powerlifting like class for a week, and that was like my first exposure to it. And then when we moved out here, there was no gym, and I just started buying like a rack and stuff, and eventually stumbled on like Massonomics and kind of just dove right in. And
Are you
yeah,
having to get stuff delivered out there, or there's
yeah.
is there like there can be a marketplace? Is there any like used marketplace out there really?
I would say probably not in like this area, but like yeah, and closer to the city, there's decent amount of marketplace activity because there's like enough universities out there. I picked up a barbell one time when I was coming back from the airport for like $150, so
Nice.
it was a solid like Rogue, not the Ohio Power Bar, just the regular Ohio bar.
Ohio bar's a good bar.
Yeah, solid, like does a job, and it was like cheap, but generally you're not gonna find any deals. So I do,
Gotcha.
yeah, I wait for sales, and then I'll just either do like a big purchase or just wait it out.
And what kind of training are you doing? Like squat, bench, deadlift, or are you doing Olympic?
Right now I'm
stuff?
doing
What is it?
Squattober. I was doing Juggernaut AI probably up until like 2 weeks before October started. So just yeah, for this month doing Squattober, and then I think I might go back. I won't go back to more SBD plus. I feel like I want to start running again or adding a little bit more cardio now that it's colder. So maybe I'll hop on the Peloton again. But yeah.
Nice. Well, one thing I saw here that stood out to me, it said, I don't know how long you did this or how in depth it was a side hustle or a side hobby of yours, but said former stand-up comedian. So is that true?
Yes, yes. I
Okay,
mean,
so I want to hear a little bit about that, but so either you can tell us a little bit of that, and then what I'm going to ask, or do it vice versa. But I want to hear your best joke. You got to make us.
oh,
You have.
Oh
You,
no.
nope, you got to. Yep, you got to make us laugh. Yep.
oh, that definitely I cannot do. I will for, and I'll tell.
No, okay, that's fine. I just want, okay. So then, just tell me about stand-up comedian. Then that's fine. But if a good one comes to you,
Yeah, I mean,
that was your go-to. I do want to hear what one of your go-to jokes that.
ooh,
But it's
that's
kind of
for me
hard
to.
because a lot of it is like it's all build up and then callbacks. Like
Yeah, yeah. So I
you're not
think for
really up there
me,
telling knock jokes, so I
no,
get that
God,
that would
no,
be a pain in the ass. So
God, no.
so,
Yeah. How did it all start? Yeah, I think I had. Oh yeah, I had gone suspended from university for a
oh
year,
no.
so I had a quote unquote gap year. Sure, I'll call it a gap year. But I was working part time at Costco.
Mandatory gap year.
Yeah, mandatory gap year. I think I told my family at the time, I don't know why, but I'm just gonna take a year off halfway through this university career. But I was working part time at Costco, and I was like, well, shit, I still have time. Let me just start something new. And at that time, I somehow figured it'd be a good idea to get over my fear of public speaking by just just jumping right in. So I signed up for a stand-up comedian or stand-up like writing course at Second City in Toronto. And at the end of the graduation, you have to do 5 minutes.
Mm.
So I did the 5 minutes. It was shit. Then I was like, I want to like my whole thing is like if I do something, do it twice because the first time you don't even know what the heck you're doing. The second time, at least like I have an idea. So I did it the second time, bombed, third bomb, fourth, and then eventually I got lucky and I think I like had a good night. Some of the jokes like I did improve my writing a little bit. So I probably did that for that's 2009. So I probably did that up until like 2012 on and off, like sometimes in university doing open mics, but I will say I was not very good. Like I could practice a long time, but like I had friends who started much later than me, and they were up to like time was crazy. I got lucky and walked into an open mic where Russell Peters was like the late night set. So I sometimes tell people I opened for him, but I really didn't. I just so happened to be like the 2 minute guy that day. But yes, and Keith, I hate to disappoint, but I always had two rules. One rule is like because I knew my jokes were shit, I would never ever like
No
tell them.
worries. No worries.
And also the other one is like I think the last time I went on a mic was it's definitely been over like 10 years.
That's
I
all
mostly
good, man.
now just watch Kill Tony and like laugh because I have my thoughts about that show, but like I remember when that was like I can do that. These people are goons.
No.
And I went, I was like, oh my God, thank God. Because like I think yeah, when I was doing I was like, that's where I want to go. That's like the ultimate test. And then yeah, the first 5 times I bombed. Something
Uh,
about it is addicting though, I will say.
So I'm gonna do a Canadian thing here because when you said SCTV, I'm wondering has Keith even heard of that?
I glazed over that one.
How much do you want to explain SCTV, or do you want me to do it?
I think you can probably explain SCTV better than I can, because even like, yeah, even for me, I was late to that.
Okay, so Second City TV is actually one of the biggest Canadian comedy foundations in the country. They had a what you would call, I guess, a sketch show.
Improv sketch, yeah, yeah, sketch, yeah, sketch, yeah.
Well, because SCTV was also the like John Candy, Rick Moranis,
Yeah.
not Gilda Radner. Who's the one that is very famous now?
Didn't Eugene Levy also
Yes,
participate?
Eugene Levy was on SCTV.
Yeah.
That Canadian show with the coo, 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 those guys, the Take Off Bud. Those guys started on SCTV. So it's really cool that you went there.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. I've like I think I grew up like loving improv. Like it was always Whose Line. Did it
Mm-hmm.
in like even university was like they had some group stuff, but like that was always it. And then, but to me, like I also grew up like a stand up comedy fan. Like my dad didn't like pass on many things in terms of like albums, but like a Eddie Murphy comedy album was one of them. So I grew up also like loving comedy. Yeah.
Catherine O'Hara. That's who I was
Yes.
thinking about. She started there. Keith would know her from Home Alone.
No, I mean, well, yeah, that you just named like half the cast of Schitt's Creek.
Yeah, actually, yeah,
Well,
because Schitt's Creek is technically a Canadian television show.
Eugene
Martin Short started there.
I don't think I knew that John Candy was Canadian.
Yes,
That
sir.
that one, which makes sense that he was in Canadian Bacon, I guess. Which
Yes, sir. Some of the world's best comedians come out, and they all got started on the Juste pour rire. The Juste pour rire is the big comedy festival just for laughs. Yeah. Which, of course, Keith's like, nope, not a clue.
It's good stuff. I'm happy.
Yeah, so that bingo check mark that everybody's trying to get, it's going to be Keith is flabbergasted at Canadian stuff this time.
So what does one do with lavender? Like, is that I don't know what lavender is other than a scent. Like,
Yeah, you can. I mean,
it's like a purple tree or a purple bush or something, right? Like,
yeah.
I'm very ignorant to what lavender is or
Oh,
does.
so somebody's coming after you for that one, buddy.
Is it blue?
Yeah, the easiest business for like the easiest one is like dried and fresh sponges. We do farmers markets. I think the big one is like essential oils. So you can.
Yep.
That's the one we're trying to figure out. So we do, or my father-in-law has like a distiller. I think he's been trying, but like our first couple of years here, the lavender was just too young. You don't use it for essential oils those first couple of years, but he was still trying and figuring out how to make that work. And I will say, like, lavender smells really good, but pungent, pure like essential oil lavender is the worst. And also that distiller looks like we were making moonshine, and he actually had them called on him a couple times. Yeah, someone showed up. Like I know the first time when we were there, we were testing it. We were just like, again, just imagine like a couple of houses in Aurora Road and just fully opened, and this like big $30,000 distiller we're just there looking at it, clear glass like jars. Someone literally pulled up. He's like, "What are you guys trying to make here? Can I have a taste?" We're like, "This is lavender oil." And yep, next week Mountie showed up.
Wow.
They were curious. It was cool. I mean, again, they were like, "Oh, that's fine." It's the same whenever a new like delivery driver comes up to our area and they see lavender, and in the beginning they're like, "That's a lot of weed." I'm like, I mean that okay, it's lavender. And then they were like, "Oh, that makes a little bit more sense because if that was weed, I feel like this would be illegal." And I'm like, 100% it is because too many plants. There's like 9,000 plants. You're only allowed 4, I'm pretty sure. So
it's a couple too many.
Yeah, lavender is it's a flower for the most part. I guess would be the way to think about it. It's the reason I brought up the influenza thing earlier is because it's a gorgeous purple color.
Yeah.
So
I can picture it. I just
when they start flowering and everything like that, everybody goes to get their influencer photos.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, big one. Candles. I have a room spray. I have a
soap. Yep, we got soap. We got some spray. We do. I think what we like to do is like we take off like the dried buds and then put them into like little bags, and we just tell people like just put them in your laundry, put them in your cupboard. Smell fresh. I do it for. That's the one I probably do the easiest one. I think for our wedding, that's what we did as like gifts as well. Just because all you got to do is squeeze it, and it'll give you a nice little calming scent. I don't really smell it anymore because you get nose blind living here. But
do you guys ship any of that stuff out, like any of the individual items, or is it all farmers market deal?
For now, it's all farmers market. I think we were like trying to figure out the price points of like running like an Etsy shop, for instance. But I think for now, the markets are good enough because we don't do it full time. Well, we don't spend enough time on it, mainly because we like have a almost 2-year-old, and then for my in-laws, they're retired, so they're just taking it easy.
So it's kind of just like a hobby in their backyard, and it's something you guys kind of both spend a little bit of time on then.
Yeah, I think like eventually I would love it for like if my wife can just quit her job and like focus on the farm full time. If we get it to a state where we can do a wedding venue, like wedding business during the year, and then also the oils and all that stuff, but no rush for that. if it happens, great. We did our first wedding this summer, and all the vendors who first like saw our place for the first time, they're like, listen, if you make people will come. Like this is a good spot. I was like, oh, this is great. And then yeah, I got excited. I think I got a little too drunk that night and started making like I started trying to make deals that day. I was just like, do you want to be a preferred vendor? They're like, what do you mean? You don't even have a business. I was like,
Literally putting the cart before the horse there, eh?
oh yeah. So I actually like the other day found like the someone just slipped me all the names of all the vendors in their area, and I read. I was like, I have no idea what this is, and it took me a full day to find an email that I sent out to someone for me to connect the dots. So
It's funny.
I'm a few months late on that, but yeah.
Is this one of the joke ones that you have large calves?
No, I have Filipino calves as so. Yeah, I do. I don't know. Like I have.
Oh yeah, there they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you
So
wearing pants?
I am wearing. I am wearing shorts. I guess. Yeah.
I am not wearing.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess. I think it's like a Asian stereotype that Filipino folks have like big calves, and I am often mistaken for a Filipino person. But yeah, the big calves is a thing because I think during one of I think it was like a half marathon race. I had a friend tap me on the shoulder, and all he said, he's like, "I knew that was you from far because I recognized your calves." And from so yeah, so yes, I do have calves. Yeah, big calves. Yeah.
All right, that'll make a lot of people jealous. Okay, used to be a city boy. Was that Toronto?
Yep. Toronto. Yep. Born and raised.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Ah.
There's parts of it I love, but I think going there is the part I hate. Being there
I
is
will.
fine.
I I will say now that I've lived here for almost 3 years, every time I go back, I'm like, fuck this place.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's just so busy. Like don't get me wrong, I love being in Toronto. Like growing up, it was perfect because I got every single type of food. It just like now here in Nova Scotia, I miss like that luxury, but
Mhm.
it's not worth it for like the amount of freaking noise and just like we were working downtown. We lived downtown, so it was go go go. It wasn't until we moved here where I was like, oh, I can breathe and like slow down. That's a thing.
That is a huge difference between Nova Scotia and almost all of Ontario,
Yeah, yeah,
right? I
yeah,
think one of the first times we were there, we were going to cross the street and a car stopped and waved us past. And like from Ontario, you're like, you can do that?
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
You don't just want to drive by and swear at pedestrians because they happen to be in your line of sight. Like you can just
yeah,
stop and none of the cars behind them honked. They were like, oh, they're letting people by. That's nice.
yeah. It it I will say that is funny you talk about traffic because that is still probably one thing that I there's too much Ontario in me. Nova Scotia like the complete opposite in terms of like they're so slow. There's and it doesn't help that we only have like where we are single lane highways.
Mhm.
So you rush hour is like it's a joke here, but if you're behind, if there are like maybe 6 cars behind you, that's rush hour. And but there are legitimately some people who go dangerously slow. So then you'll see like folks just cut them. But yeah, it's yeah, I don't miss Toronto for the traffic. It's just like the access to food
Yeah.
and my family's there. So
All
yeah.
you're getting out there is pizza slices and donaires.
Yep. We celebrated getting a Wendy's near us. Like that
Oh,
was a thing. Yeah, yeah. It used to be like the closest like Wendy's and Starbucks was like 45 minutes away. That's just like how my reference for how city
most
life is. Yeah,
most Canadians are like that. Yeah.
yeah. Like though Tim Hortons everywhere, but yeah, they opened a Wendy's nearby. But in classic Nova Scotia fashion, you're never gonna get the first thing you order because they never have it. So the day we went for breakfast, they told us they didn't have any eggs, which like yeah. So we waited 5 minutes to get for them to get eggs. But yeah, that's the Nova Scotia surprise as well. You'll never get your first or maybe even second choice when you go for when you order out. But yeah.
All right. That's enough geography talk.
I got one here that's it might be one of your buddies being a smart ass or not. I'm not sure. You tell us. So back in the day when I copied all his music and movies off his hard drive, I found a couple gym recordings of him singing Backstreet Boys. Dot dot dot.
Oh shit!
Very
Oh
very
shit!
passionately.
Oh shit! I know who. Oh, this was fucking Mick. Yeah. Oh shit. Actually, it might be. No, they're so like. Yeah, yeah. It
So
was a
it's
thing.
nice.
It's. Oh my god.
So why would
Yeah.
so you recorded yourself because like you were into the music or was it a bit? Like what was
It was not a bit. It was. I don't know.
I
That's
mean
what
also
people.
were you like 15? Like I don't know, were you a kid? Like
I
I
was
don't
in high school.
there's
Definitely.
no reference of
I
time
was
on
in
this.
high school. Yeah, that
Okay.
was in high school. Yeah. I
And
don't
how
know.
old are
Maybe
you? Just so we can have a baseline of like when Backstreet Boys was actually popular
I'm
and all that.
37 now.
Okay, so yeah,
Or
you're
36.
you're a couple years
Yeah.
younger than us. So that they were I don't know. I guess they would have still been really
It was
popular
back
then.
then when like lip sync videos were
Okay.
like not cringy.
You were going to be a TikTok star.
Yeah,
No, I think I
pre
was just
TikTok.
bored. I was just bored, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'll sing it, record it." And like the thing
That's
was,
great.
I had forgotten that was on the hard drive, and like I think I was giving like my friends like my hard drive just to copy some, and we kept trading stuff. But he kept that, and then I don't think he even knew he had it until like he probably stumbled upon it like 4 years later.
That's the best.
Oh, it got worse because when he found out, the rest of my friend group did,
Of
and then
course.
my one of my other friends, he's a DJ, so he put it in the middle of a track randomly, just and I was like, dude, I was like, we made a deal, delete it. I don't know if he ever did, but oh my god, yes, that 100%, yeah, 100% happened.
I'm
There
very
were at
glad.
least like
That made me
it
so
wasn't
happy.
even just Backstreet Boys. I know for sure there's this one song. It's very vague. It's called Going Crazy by Natalie, and it's by like some like more obscure like pop artist. That was the one song I was like, if this one ever gets beyond just us, I'm going to kill you.
They should have put it at your wedding. Should have played it at the wedding.
That was just the one. I was like, I don't care about the Backstreet Boys. That one's whatever. That's gonna still be funny, but oh my god, yeah. Yes, that is true. I'm sure he could probably still find it if he still has that hard drive. I
I
might even
mean,
still have it.
we might need that for that. I mean, that I haven't done much you and you content lately, so yeah, give me that video, bud.
I'm gonna try to dig it up if I see if I have it. Oh boy. Yeah.
All right.
So was your daughter born in Nova Scotia or in Ontario?
Nova Scotia. And it
Okay.
was oh man, that weekend was it was during the winter storm, like the worst winter storm that Nova Scotia had seen in like over a decade.
Mhm.
And it happened it happened that like I think my wife's water broke at like 2 a.m. She woke me up and it was one where they're like, "Oh no, you got to come in right away." But I was just like, "Oh, we still got time. Let me like clean the house a little bit." No, it was just go go go. So we got up with stuff, but it was like again a full on blizzard, and I mentioned that we only have like single lane highways. Oh, everyone was just driving in the center. There was no visibility. It took
Mhm.
like an hour. It normally takes an hour to get there. I think it took us closer to 2 to get there. And when we got there, they're like, "Well, no, we would normally send you back, but nah, we can't." So they just put us in like a private room until we had like an extra day before the whole process started. So yeah, that was yeah in Nova Scotia, where they also don't bill you for anything. It's a total crapshoot because I know in Ontario, once you have the kid, you're out. Like get out. No, we were there for an extra like few days, and then at some point they're like, "Yeah, you might or might not get an invoice from us like a couple weeks, months down the line. We're not exactly the best." And then they let us stay for like another day, and yeah, we didn't get invoiced at all actually. So
Yeah,
yeah.
one of the main things stopping me from moving to Nova Scotia was all the healthcare I
I
kept
mean,
hearing
yeah,
about.
yeah. Don't get me wrong. I don't have a family doctor still, but we
Yeah.
have walk-in clinics. That is the biggest one. But I think you run into that issue the second you just leave your province because you got to give up your doctor and you're just in a line or in
Yeah.
a. Yep, yep. Or just have
So
a kid. That's a cheat code. That's how my wife has a doctor.
Oh yeah, you would get the gyno, right?
Well, no, they just assign you one once you like if you like are pregnant in Nova Scotia and you don't have a doctor, they by default just assign you and the kid one. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, so it was funny because I was like, "Oh, I should be good too." I called them, they're like, "No, we closed your file. You're actually not on the list anymore." I was like, "No, no, no, no. I don't have one." So luckily they like backdated me back into the line.
That's
Uh,
dope.
so yeah, still 3 years waiting for a doctor here,
Oof.
but I think we're getting close. I don't know.
Well,
Sorry, go
I'm
ahead, Keith.
you had mentioned your wife there, so there's a burning question I want to ask. So, has she ever got that smudge of paint off her arm?
Oh my gosh, you can. Oh my god. I can't believe she put that. Oh
What is? I
shit.
don't know what you're talking. What does that mean?
Oh
Like,
shit. Okay, so that was like a story from our first date.
yep.
So on her forearm, she's got kind of like watercolor style tattoos, but like there's a bunch of splotches that, again, watercolor, they look like paint. So the thing was, I had already seen them because we talked about it. We met on Bumble, but like, yeah, kind of an hour into our first day, we're right along uh the waterfront, just kind of sitting by the rocks and like chatting. And then out of the blue, I'm just like, oh yeah, let's just walk to our next spot. Oh shit, you should probably like, yo, you got to paint smudge. And I went to like grab it. She's like, what the hell are you talking about? And it was just like the tattoo. And yeah, I forgot about that story. But yeah, that I was so like adamant. I was, no, you got paint smudge. Like, let me get it off. Nope, it was the tattoo that I had already seen. But yeah.
Oh, that makes it even better. You knew it was there.
I
Yep.
knew it was there, but yeah, for like, yeah. Oh my god, I can't. I forgot
Well, I
about
mean,
that.
you
Sorry.
must have done something right because how long you guys been together?
Holy crap. This would be 7. Is
Oh,
it
nice.
7? 8?
There you go.
8, yeah.
Few
8.
years.
Yeah, 8 years and then 2 years. 2 years of getting married.
Nice.
Yeah, my math is all over the place.
Well,
Too many dates.
we are not big math here, as we like to say, and also, brother, we are not professional.
That's true.
Let's see. Well, you wanted we I think we're game time, give or take, ain't we?
Yeah. It's
You
8:30.
want to do a little FMK?
Yeah, I'll hit him with that. All right. FMK. You got to pick one to F, one to M, and one to K. Your lavender farm, moving to Nova Scotia, or your potential home gym.
oh, I. Oh, this was easy. Wait, when we say moving to you know what? I'm gonna kill moving to Nova Scotia only for the actual move itself because I would never do that ever again. Ever. Like shipped, we put all of our boxes into like the U-Haul boxes 2 weeks before we're gonna. So it was a total crapshoot, and then and then we packed up everything else in our Jeep and took it was an 18-hour drive, but like we spread it across 2 days with our dogs. And that drive was like, it's not as bad as driving with like 3-month-old, but it was every 3 hours we're gonna let the dogs piss.
Mhm.
And they do not, they're very selective in how they piss. So like that trip was just annoying on its own. And then to show up and we didn't even get our boxes in time, so we pretty much just had like whatever was in our Jeep. And that just logistically planning that type of drive was so annoying. And we lived in a condo, so like those U-Haul boxes, I had to like ship them to a U-Haul center, rent a U-Haul truck from another U-Haul place, and driving in downtown trying to move like literally it was maybe 2 kilometers, Keith, which in downtown driving, is 15 to 20 minutes,
Yeah.
even though it shouldn't be. So I would definitely kill that, kill the move. I would, I guess, fuck my home gym because I think right now I'm still pursuing it. So that, and then marry the lavender farm because it's just pure relaxation. And again, why we moved. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Good deal. Well, I got a little Mount Rushmore for you. So I'm gonna give you a topic, and you gotta kind of figure out the top four of said topic. Let's go with. I hear you're a big fan of reality TV shows, so hit me with the four best all-time reality TV shows. They can be 20-year runners or just ones that only lasted a couple seasons. What do you got?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So I think my Survivor is always my first one. Um, just because I tell everyone if you like just watch Big Brother or Survivor, you can apply it to work because they teach you a thing or two about like how you should manage your relationships. Uh, so Big Brother, I mean, Catfish is two. 90 Day Fiance is three, and
Well, you
then
said
four.
Survivor, and then you mentioned Big Brother, so I'm
So
confused.
I mixed them up as the
Yeah.
two of like, but I'll put yeah just Survivor, Big Brother. I don't watch as much. And then number four, I actually want to put a deep cut. I think it's called Beauty and the Geek. Was it? That was like 2 seasons. I think it was like Australian. Yeah, Beauty and the Geek, which was they paired like a, exactly what it was. A hot, really hot, like attractive women and like super nerdy guys, and just let them interact. And it was hilarious back in the day. Like just like don't get me wrong, some of like the geeks like definitely like leveled up, but it was just back in the day when just kind of reality TV they didn't really have any standards. It was yeah, it was hilarious. But yeah, I think those can literally change at any point. I watch way too much reality TV.
Um, give me a quick one of Jamaican patty brands in Toronto.
You know what's so funny? I don't go by brands, we go by stations and like
Of course, yeah.
I mean Warden Station is probably the one that everyone kind of goes to. Kennedy. I usually get mine from Warden Station patties is probably the closest one, and then my mom picks up a shop. I forget the name of the spot. That one's a tough one. I couldn't name four brands.
No,
It's no, yeah.
it was just in there, and I wanted to see. Keith, do you know what a Jamaican patty is?
I mean, I'm gathering it's a burger of some sort.
No.
I mean, well,
It's potentially, I think the best way to explain it is a hot pocket filled with mincemeat, roti, and curry. They are
You know what?
awesome.
Yeah.
interesting.
And it is like in Toronto, it is like territorial. Like
It's like a chicken. So it's like it's chicken bake.
yeah, it's yeah. When we go back, so like when I mentioned all those stations, those are all like subway stations where there is a random shop that sells patties. But yeah, that for the longest time was kind of like depending where you are on the subway line, you would have like a designated spot. I was nowhere close to any of the stations I mentioned. I just would go there just for that. But yeah.
I have one last thing under the additional info. I'm just curious if this is just a jab at you or if some of your material was related to this, but it was it's poised as ask Will about his stint in comedy, which we already kind of did, and then it specifically says ask him about his shortcomings.
Shortcomings. Oh my God, this was freaking Jan. I
So
know it.
is this a dick joke somehow?
It was a dick joke. I definitely had like multiple dick jokes in like
I
in
like
my
a dick joke
sets
too.
because like yeah, I don't he always it's funny. I really appreciate that he still remembers that because I don't know what the punchline was. He just remembers shortcomings. Like I don't remember what the setup was, but that was yeah, that was yeah, he was reminding me of that. But I don't remember the setup for that joke. He just
No
knows
worries.
it. Yeah.
Oh, good.
I'm assuming your mom was in the list of people that submitted.
No.
No. So what is this? He's my only Asian son, and I'm proud of him.
And someone said they adopted you at one point too.
Yeah. That was
I was like, "Are you adopted? Like, how do we?"
yeah, so like I told you, I don't even know what the origin of that is, but the running joke with whoever submitted that would be Matt. He's that one guy I talk to every summer. He's my gambling fix.
Mm.
But I think in high school, I don't know what the running how it got to this, but like him and another friend of mine became my adopted parents. So like from then on, I've just yeah, we're the same. I'm older than him, but yeah, I've literally just the joke is yeah, I call him dad. That's it. So I I'm not surprised he put that, but yeah, I am his only Asian son, which is funny because his best friend is also Asian, or like one of his other friends is Asian. It's I am
Because it came up so many times. I was like, because usually I delete the list of who submitted because like it doesn't show me who
Yeah.
submitted what, so I don't care who submitted.
Yeah.
But on a personal note, you got diagnosed at ADHD for age 35. Did you submit
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
I did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
As somebody who is seeking that diagnosis, what can I
Yeah.
expect?
So like for myself, I went through like an online, again, I don't have a doctor, so I just went through, I forget the name of the platform. But yeah, it was pretty simple. They like connect you, they make you do a bunch of like initial online surveys just to see if you hit all the markers. If you
Yep.
do, then you set up like actual call with like a nurse, a practitioner. They go through again all of your analysis, do more in-depth questions, kind of go through, and if you fit the bill, they kind of present you like the various like medication options. And they
Okay.
start you off at like 20 milligrams, like the lowest dose. You'll do that for 2 weeks, have a call, do another two weeks of a different dosage, and then you kind of get somewhere in the middle. So I'm at
Okay.
that stage where, yeah, I probably get a check-in every, I don't know, like 2, 3 months now. But yeah, it has definitely helped. But I was also one of those people that everyone's like, you have it. And then when I guess like I didn't go to the doctor for any of that. And like, I don't think my parents, like, it probably in Asian culture wasn't a thing for sure. So I just assumed whatever I had or was just the norm until someone told me that's not how like your brain works and all
Yeah.
that stuff. Yeah. So I highly recommend it. Like my wife also just recently started ADHD meds as well, and I can tell you her story. The first of her first day, she's like, the first day she took it, she had dropped off her daughter, came back, and she's like, my head is clear, and I was like, that's a good thing, right? She's like, yes. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I did the self-assessment. I've just been waiting to hear back, so it sounds like I need to reach out and make them hear back from me.
yeah, yeah.
One thing I've heard is when you start the medication, caffeine and alcohol actually work on you. Did you
Oh,
notice that?
yeah, yeah. I would say like by force of habit, drink like I could drink energy drinks before bed.
Yep.
Not so much anymore. Not so
Okay.
much.
I am looking forward to that because it's like I had an energy
Oh,
drink at 2 p.m. today, and then I was like, I'll still be in bed as soon as we hang up this call.
like I think the first, like again, you have to kind of bounce, but like I remember like my first week, I have never been locked in. I was locked in for like took it at 8, 9 from like 9:30 to like 2. I was just in, and that never happens.
Yep.
But yeah, I was just locked in. It was a non-meeting day, and the only reason I even like stopped was a delivery came. And that was it. Or else I could have probably went for like another hour or so. Nowadays, I'm like not like I probably couldn't do like 4 or 5 hours straight, but it at least like gets me to like 3 hours, and then if I take a break, or I know some folks like have a top up. I'm not at that stage yet. But yeah, it gets me, yeah, past like throughout the workday, which is I couldn't do that before. But yeah, sensitivity to caffeine for sure also is a thing.
Yeah, I've heard that, and like I said, I'm kind of looking forward to because I had a coffee after my workout the other day, and that was the first time I have actually felt caffeine, and I'm at work vibrating, and I was like, "Is this what other people go through when they have this?" Like, caffeine has never affected me, so I kind of want to like
Yeah,
learn what it
yeah.
does. My one friend at work, he said, if you have ADHD, do you have that thing where you start something and then lose interest and start something else? And I was like, I might have ADHD, which is autistic hyperactive disorder, because I start something and I see it through at all costs. And so, like, we don't know if it's ADHD or something else, but like,
Well, it could be. I mean, like I find so like but like I do find like I either it's one or the two. It's either I hyper focus and like go all in and go to completion, or like
Completion.
or I don't, or I just like start it last a week and
this sucks.
it's gone. Yeah,
I'm not
exactly.
good at it right away. I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing with that. Again, something I've spoken openly about here. My child, we had an appointment with his pediatric
Yeah.
today. He also has hand and foot. So
Oh, you're. How old's your kid? Like two?
6. He got to
Oh,
6 without it. Good for
oh,
him.
your daughter's like 2, right? Is that?
Saga will be 4 in December.
Oh, 4. Okay.
So we're
Oh,
not looking forward to her getting it.
oh yeah, I am. I'd like to hear those stories because like Violet's turning 2 in February, so I'm like, oh, I still got time. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to
Ugh. Oren
the
went
sick
through.
days.
He went through first and second grade with just like basic like colds and
Yeah.
not first and second JKSK, so junior kindergarten, senior kindergarten, and almost got nothing. Right? Like we just
Yeah.
got the basic colds. But
Yeah,
then
the
like
usual seasonal stuff. Yeah.
yeah, and then like here he is, grade 1, boom, hand, foot, and mouth. And then Saga's in junior kindergarten, which is the first level of school. Get the email from the school. A child in your class has
That's
lice.
lice. Yep. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I
and
remember
it's just
that was.
like how did we get through so long without any of this, and now we're getting all of it? Saga did not get lice. As you can see, I still have my beard.
Oh, all right.
So
Yeah, I
therefore,
forgot
they
about
did
that.
not enter the home. we were checking her like chimpanzees. Every night she came home, we were just like, like sorting through her hair.
Oh man, we'll
Well,
make a note of that.
speaking of home, I got some affiliates for you, and one of them's Home Gym Con. Code Unpaid, help save you some money there. We got a big old convention next year for home gym stuff. Go see all the homies. Apparel from the Strength Co. You can save with code Unpaid if you want to give Grant some money. And more importantly, this month, by the time this comes out, I think there'll only be a few days left of it for rounding out October. But Kim at Barbell Rescue graciously teamed up with who is this? Girls Gone RX, and they are a survivor group from breast cancer, it looks like, of some sort. So 20% off on your brushes and 10% will go directly to the charity. So maybe do us a favor and don't use code Unpaid for that so Kim can still make a little bit of money on that brush. But then in November, go back to code Unpaid.
Yes,
Up that.
specifically, it's a pink brush.
Yeah, yes, and it is a pink insert. So yeah, he doesn't do a whole lot of new colors. I don't think he had. Maybe pink might have already been around, but regardless, the pink brush, if you buy that, it will be 30%, 20% off.
Yep,
And 30 if you want to use code Unpaid.
and looks like the Bret the Hitman Hart colors, which is
Oh yeah,
dope.
Did you know what Goldberg did to him?
Yeah, I'm not going off on wrestling today. I get that enough at work now.
Oh yeah. Uh, Will, do you want to hear a little unpaid or underrated? You ready to roll into that game here we have for you? And you muted yourself, but that's okay. I will explain the rules.
You're
to
muted,
unpaid.
Will.
I will
Oh
explain.
shit, sorry.
No, you're
Yeah.
good.
I've been doing it too. I keep coughing and farting, so I keep muting every like 3 minutes.
Now, is that like a simultaneous?
At the same time.
I saw a meme today. It was like it was like a consult your doctor if about the warnings for this said medication, and then the said medication was like a guy like puking and shitting like at the same
Oh yeah,
time.
Ryan posted it.
Oh, okay, is that what it was? Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Aryan, good guy.
My new my new blue collar job. Obviously, I can make a lot more inappropriate jokes. I I go to the bathroom, and I come out, and my boss is standing there talking to 2 other guys, and they look up at me, and I go, "Man, sneezing while you piss is a wild adventure." And I broke
It
all
really
of
is,
them,
though.
and they're like, "Who starts a conversation like that?" And I was like, "I'm just saying." It was kind of
I mean, you're kind of not wrong.
yeah.
That's very true. All right. Unpaid or underrated, Will. We have this game where we hand select up to 6 specific topics for you, and you're going to use some druthers, and you're going to go through and you're going to describe if it's unpaid, which some people would consider that overrated because no one wants to be unpaid, or if it's underrated, which would be pretty awesome. So, looking for direct unpaid or underrated answers. So, number 1 here for you: unpaid or underrated scavenger hunts using sticky notes in a yearbook. That look of embarrassment made me happy. Oh, it made me happy. It's not a poop story, but it looked like one.
I know who wrote this. This is Eileen. I will say it is underrated. Shh. Yeah. So the context to that was this is Eileen. I had a crush on her in high school. I think it was probably like grade 11 or grade 12. Grade 12 probably. But I decided that you know how you sign your yearbooks? I took it a step. I think I took it for the day, and I spent a couple of hours making like a little scavenger hunt throughout the yearbook, and I used post-it notes. And I think the end was like, "I have a crush on you" or something like that. Oh God. Oh God. But yes, I think it's underrated because I put a lot of effort and time into it. But she would tell you otherwise.
All right.
Oh,
Unpaid or underrated dance battles. Like
oh,
we heard you
definitely.
we heard you used to tear it up.
I
Did a little
mean,
did a
I
little
mean,
worm.
oh yeah, I'd say underrated because I mean, screw it, like just have fun with the dance battle. But that one was, yeah, it was a Christmas party, and they say I probably pulled out the worm, but I think upon review, it was closer to a flopping fish. But yes, down, down, always down. Yeah, that Christmas.
All right. Oh, let's wait. What do I want to finish with? One. Oh, you mean I'll do two more. Okay. So
I just added like a
yeah.
thousand
I'll
other
do
lists.
yeah. I'll do a couple. He's giving us quick answers, so we're good with that. Taylor Swift, but only her country. Her like first like 3 years or whatever when before she got all poppy, or
Uh,
more poppy, like when she was still country pop, not pop pop.
I mean, I say now definitely underrated because she's, uh, so I was a huge Taylor Swift fan up until I don't know when, but at one point I even named my car Tay as a as an inside joke. It was the summer, so it was an inside joke. So I named it Taylor Swift because I had gone in an Impreza, but not a WRX at the time, just a regular Impreza does the job. And it was the summer where she had that beef with Kanye and Kim, and they had like called her
Mm.
fake. So my running joke was, I'm gonna name my Impreza Taylor Swift, whatever, because she's white and fake, because everyone just assumed I had a WRX. Uh, but yeah, I am a yeah underrated for her more initial country albums. So yes, underrated.
Right. Unpaid or underrated? Let's go Vince Carter.
Oh no, I'm gonna still say underrated. I know Toronto does not like him as much, but
Because he left, or
well, I mean, the way he left is still gonna like he gave up on the team.
yeah.
He quit on the team because like what he did in New Jersey right after was just, and I'll still remember that one game, like one of the first games he had that freaking dunk. But he will always be Air Canada to me. I had his first three pair of shoes. I went to his basketball camp. Yeah, underrated. Vince Carter always.
Nice.
Okay,
That's what
I guess it's my turn.
I'm doing.
Um, let's go with one that was submitted. Unpaid or underrated? Unwrinkled t-shirts.
Unwrinkled T-shirts. What is the content?
I have no clue. And
I
folded socks.
You say and folded socks?
Yeah.
Oh, I
I'm
actually know. I think I know the context. So I'm gonna say like you said unwrinkles. They're overrated just because of the way I like. I think this might have been how I pack for just like travel. I like do like army style and just squeeze everything into like a tight back,
Mhm.
which means all my shirts will be wrinkled out of it. Screw it. Yeah, just screw it. I
Do
mean,
you
is
do you do the thing where you fold the sock like in each other and create a little ball?
I do that.
I
Yes.
can't do that because I'm always worried it's going to damage the elastics after time.
How
All
do
What's
my
you
wrong?
do
all
you
my
not?
socks are folded.
I don't know what that means. We'll describe. How do you? How do you fold it? So
You put the
they're just
heel on the
lying on.
heel, the toe on the toe, and you just fold them in half and
Yeah,
put
but
them
then how can
away.
you like throw them into the dresser drawer from across the room? Like that's like the
He
whole.
No,
doesn't. He
I
doesn't.
don't. I walk them over and place
Yeah,
them.
that just gave me a panic attack.
Because my wife, when we first got together, she'd always fold my socks, and I was like, "You're gonna need to stop that. Like that's you're gonna
So
wreck
it's
my socks."
So it's funny. I used to fold my socks, and my wife is the one who does balls. And I was like, "Oh, this is kind of easy." And I like to shoot them into the bin as well.
Of
So
course, of course. All
yeah,
right. I do have a couple that are going to be Canadian specific. If they don't ring, they don't ring. You might have to explain some of them to 67% of our listeners.
sure.
And you feel free to go as fast or as long as you want because I do have a lot of them.
Yeah, go.
Unpaid or underrated? The Pathway in Toronto.
Oh, definitely underrated. You can be a mole person in that path. Like I only began to like discover it when I first like started working in Toronto. I did not know how far you can go.
Mhm.
But yeah, during the winter time, I used to spend 20 minutes walking outside in the cold, and I realized I own that outside walk could be 2 minutes.
Yep.
So totally underrated.
Do you want to
Yeah.
describe the pathway?
I like the pathway, it is crazy. It like it connects like a one of the biggest malls. You can access like Eden Center and it
Do you just call a food court an eating center?
no,
No,
Eden Center.
the
Oh,
Eaton's
I was
Center.
like, okay, because I was like, that can't be something you fucking Canadians say, right? Eating center?
It like connects all the major like business buildings in like downtown. Well, I said like majority of them and all of the subway stations as well. So you could theoretically walk from subway station to subway station underground.
That's cool.
And it covers like pretty much like a huge chunk from like downtown essentially.
Yep.
Yeah.
There are stores, there are
Yeah, too. So yeah.
businesses, there are restaurants. Like the pathway is,
And there are some that are even directly connected to if you're lucky enough the condo, hence the mole. There are some people legitimately like during wintertime, they don't if they don't want to go out, they don't have to.
yeah,
Like you could do everything. It's wild.
unpaid or underrated. Speaking of the Eaton Center, the bottom floor of the Eaton Center. I think it's where the food court is.
It's
The eating center.
it's
Declared.
you know what? I think that's unpaid. That place is like they've like spruced it up, but yeah, whatever. I don't know. It's the place I could go to the least, to be honest, because like I like even Ian said it's just too much people, and
Yep.
like that place is just food. It's a nice like they actually it's gotten really nice the food court itself, but no, screw that, screw the bottom floor. It's a hassle to get there too.
Unpaid or underrated, getting away from Toronto stuff. Ronnie Cheng.
I love Ronnie Chad. I love Ronnie.
I know, me too.
I love Ronnie Chad. He is
He's an Asian comedian. I thought.
he nails it. He was in he's been in a lot, but he was in Crazy Rich Asians as well.
Mhm.
I watch that.
Yeah, he is. He's good. He's what on Daily Show or
Yep.
was? Yeah. I've always liked him. Totally underrated. Yeah, he's a funny dude. Yeah.
Unpaid or underrated, I'm still going. Pizza Corner in Halifax.
I have never been.
Oh, okay.
Never been. I don't.
All right.
I will say
That
I
sounds
have
like it's
not.
unpaid.
No, I've only seen it from the influencers. But
Mm.
I'll say unpaid.
Very unpaid.
I will say unpaid just because like I've only been to Halifax a handful of times, and why do I need to go to Halifax? I'm from Toronto. I love Halifax, don't get me wrong, but like
Halifax is gorgeous. It's just
it is so much like, but like to me, I think of the city just for food, and
So one of the cool things about Halifax that you learn is Halifax is obsessed with death. And
That is-
yes. So there's a big cemetery that actually goes almost underneath all of downtown Halifax, but some of it's accessible, but the rest of it goes like under all the buildings. That's why they can't demolish the old library. So they built the new library, but they can't take down the old one because there's too many dead bodies under it. But in that cemetery is General Ross. General Ross was the general of the British Army that burned down the White House. And he has a big plaque and a big tombstone. And there's a big story about how he died in the Caribbean, demanded to be buried on British soil, which at the time Halifax was British soil.
yeah,
So they shipped him up in a rum barrel. And it is said that some of his closest mates drank that rum.
Oh.
They shipped him to preserve him. So General Ross is like the coolest thing to visit in Halifax because also, just a ton of history.
Yeah.
Unpaid or underrated?
Tommy would love it.
Yeah, he would. He's a resident history professor. Last one, I'll get you. Unpaid or underrated people from high school.
Oh, I mean, I love my people, so like, definitely underrated for sure.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I mean, some of the
But then
some
you're
of
like
the
including all the other ones that you didn't like. Like you, I'll interject here. So you have to include like everyone in the entire school that you were there with,
That's
and
not
like the
true.
over.
no, I think that's the I would still say underrated because
Okay, that's
it's
good.
still the same like yeah, like I mean, I'm sure I could probably had a better high school experience, but like it's those people who made it like the reason why it was good. So, yeah. But yeah, oh man, all the other people too. It is pretty funny because I think we think about every so often we'll do the let's just look at our yearbook and try to figure out where everyone is. That's probably the time where it might get not as underrated.
I, I'm just, I, I think I'm, I think my graduating class was like 400 or some shit, probably,
Jeez.
Mm.
maybe even 500. So, and I think I'm Facebook friends with probably two-thirds of them. And it's just like, how many times have you been married? Like, how many kids do you have? But then there's also people that are like grandparents too. It's wild. Like, there's people that are like my age having kids, and there's people my age having grandkids,
Oh, that's
and it's
wow.
just like, wow, you're like, we're all in our late 30s, early 40s, and it's just like the different dichotomies there. It's just like wild
Yeah.
what some people are getting into, whereas some people are like retiring almost if they've got 20 years in like military or police or something.
Yeah. I can't say that like I think actually like when I think about my class nobody went too far. Like we're all like in the same vicinity of like job and like career life stage. Like there are a couple of folks who, yeah, I know somebody. I think they played in the CFL or something. Like we have a couple of folks who maybe went pro, but everyone or just run of the mill, average
Actually,
folks.
you know what's funny is about my high school. I went to two high schools, and the one that I went to for the last, because up here we had a grade 13 at the time.
Oh, right, right.
All right, so I did grade 12 and 13 at a different high school. None of them became football players, but a lot of them became cheerleaders.
Oh,
So that was it's like you're like, oh, some of them are in the CFL. Yeah, some of my cohort was too.
yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I can't like I'm trying to I think that was like a question when we were close to like our whatever year reunion. We're like, who is like the most notable or popular person? And we couldn't figure it out because we're all just like, oh, none of us were like that person is a doctor or whatever, but like yeah, we're just average people.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Well, you passed unpaid and underrated. Thanks for playing.
Oh, great. No, I love it. God damn, some of them were good callbacks from the folks.
It's your turn. Do you have anything for us?
I do. So Keith, so my first one's for Keith. I think a couple episodes ago you mentioned you don't rewatch things like
Uh,
movies
I
and
mean,
stuff.
to a limited. I mean, I will, but not like it's not like the piece thing that people get where they just rewatch the same show. Like because I, but I think a lot of that goes into the fact that I track all my shit on IMDb and I have 200 shows that I haven't watched yet that I want to watch and 1,000 movies that
Uh,
I haven't. So it's more that like I'm obsessed with continually growing my watched
right.
list. So it's
Okay.
like I,
Yeah, because I was gonna say like now I'm just curious like what is the like if you're trapped on an island, what is the one movie, one show you would watch? Because I'm like if you can't.
yeah, I mean, it's not that I don't enjoy. I just, like I said, there's so much out there. I
Of
don't want
course,
to
yeah.
limit myself to the same. Like, and I think part of it too. It's like if I'm gonna remember, like, if we're talking 10 years, sure, I can rewatch something every 10 years. But like, I don't get like I don't just put The Office on every night like so many other people do just because it's their comfort show. Like that
That would be
that don't
me.
that would almost annoy me because then it's like I've got better stuff to do, I guess, than watch something I watched 6 months ago.
Yeah, but if you didn't have that, and actually, it's funny that Will brings that up. I'm probably, if music comes up in these notes, I'm gonna add the Desert Island album. I want to add that to the initial
Ah.
games because somebody asked me that the other day, and I was just like, "Fuck!" I think I can only think of two. Because
Yeah.
I'm the same way with music, where I'm just constantly looking for something new. I have my go-to bands and everything that, like, when I'm feeling it, I go for them. But I'm always searching for something new. So I think
Uh,
for music, I'm the same way as Keith. So I'm gonna start adding that maybe into one of the games. Is where it's
yeah.
like ask about metal, ask about country, ask about hip hop. Okay, what's your your
Go, yeah.
three Desert Island bands
Yeah. Yeah. No,
album?
it's yeah. I mean, the question could be the same for you. Like, what is like your one? Because I think Keith, you made a point that like strikes me as like even for me at a certain stage, I stopped doing the office stuff because I'm like I could recite this. Why don't I just put something on that maybe I haven't seen? And the only time I'll put on the office is if I know I can't put dedicated attention to it.
Mhm.
That's the only time I'll put something comfort on. But yeah, I get what you mean about like expanding, just trying to collect them all.
I like consuming media. I don't know. I just enjoy being entertained and just seeing new experiences, I guess.
Oh, did you watch the task?
Did I watched that every week.
Did you
That
watch the
was
finale?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say it was a letdown, but it was kind of the HBO thing where like the second to last episode is
Well, it
like the
depends on what the next.
climax that is like
Yeah.
the big battle scene, and then
Then
the
you have an
last one.
epilogue.
Yeah, but it's just like
Nope,
it was definitely
full tears during that
yeah,
speech at the end.
yeah, that one got me
Yeah,
for sure. I just it I don't know. I wouldn't say it could have been shorter or it could have been different. Oh, it was really enjoyable, and I think
yeah.
there's a chance that it might actually get a follow up. Like it was definitely a mini series, but I actually listened to like a follow up podcast on it the other day, and they were talking about how like it was entered into the end of the year awards as the best drama or something, not a mini series. So like
Hmm.
making people think that it might not be a mini series since it
That
wasn't
would
in
be
that category. Because I could see Tom and the one woman that he was with him at the end of the episode, just those
yeah.
two kind of being like a buddy cop thing in the next season or something. Without giving spoilers away, I hopefully. But Task was good.
Thanks, Well. Sorry to
Well,
hijack that one.
no, you're good. I have one more question, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you guys can answer it. How familiar are you guys with Pokemon?
I know what
Uh,
Pikachu looks
I play
like.
Pokemon Go.
oh, I was gonna. So, like, one of the questions that came up recently at work was, I got a Pokemon tattoo over like last weekend. It was just sporadic. I went to like a tattoo convention, and we weren't expecting to get anything. But my wife, within 5 minutes, just was like, "Yep, I'll go get that." So I walked to another shop, and the first thing I saw was like this little side duck bath thing. If you ever watched like Spirited Away,
hmm
yeah, so like the bath ducks,
Yep.
the yeah, so the artist did like a reference to that, but had all side ducks, and so I got that, and the question was, if what is like what is the Pokemon version of you if you had to choose one? Because in my friend group, we know which one is me. So I'm curious to see again if you knew about Pokemon, if you had one. Uh, but yeah, but I guess you guys don't know Pokemon, so that might not be as helpful. Yeah, yeah,
I used to watch the cartoon as a kid briefly. I remember like there was like a 1 year thing in like sixth grade or something. It was on before I went to go catch the bus, and I just remember the little Pikachu like his ass lighting up and him shooting fucking lightning at it or
yeah,
something. That's about the
yeah.
extent of it. So
Yeah.
I don't
There's
have a
just
solid answer.
so many, right?
Yeah,
Like, because I'm going through my list now in Pokemon Go, and it's like I'm going through my Pokedex here, and there's
I actually
thousands.
called a Pokedex. You're being
Yes.
weird.
No,
yeah,
they're
it's Pokemon.
That would have been
Yeah.
that would have been good if you had come up with that one. I was gonna give you credit.
So like, yeah, mine. I'm not sure if you have collected, but my living embodiment Pokemon is like Poliwhirl, which is like the middle. So like it's a middle Pokemon, but the final evolution form, it's like some ripped like water Pokemon. I'm not like that. The middle one is like he's kind of bigger and he
Yeah.
looks
So
friendly. So
so Poliwhirl evolves into Poliwrath or
and
Politoed, depending on how
oh
you
yeah,
evolve them.
oh yeah, I forgot about that. That is beyond my.
Yeah, it would maybe Machop. Like, no. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go
Polyamory.
with
We're
I'm
good.
gonna go with Slowbro.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that one. Yeah.
All right.
Cool, cool,
Jeez,
cool.
I haven't opened that app in days. Is that all you have for us?
I feel like I had another one, but it slipped my mind. So yeah, we'll keep it those two.
Dope, fresh,
Awesome.
fresh and
Love it.
clean.
Well, this was a good time, Will. I believe, I think, did Joey say we could air it yet? I don't remember if we said that or not, but we'll
Yes,
go
yeah,
ahead and
you
air it.
passed. We recorded this one. Yep, so we're good.
Is it? Yeah, I got that little red flash going on. Yeah, we good. Uh, Big Will on the way out. Anywhere anywhere you want them to find you and your family's website and any of that good stuff.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, willchow __ and that's CHAU for my last name. And then Blooming Bay Lavender for our family lavender farm.
Do I follow the farm? We're about to find out.
I don't know. I
know
think you
I follow
might.
you.
You follow me. Maybe.
Well, while Joey figures that out, I'll hit you with where you can find us. We got an Instagram. It's Unpaid and Underrated Podcast. We got a website where Nate does a little bit of work sometimes, unpaidinternpodcast.com. There is a YouTube. I am Keith Honeycutt73. More importantly, go follow me on Instagram at The No Wine Cellar. And where you at, Joey?
Joey _Malesko. I'm LECZKO on the Instagrams or Discord, which a lot of people are reaching out on now too. So I'm at Big Joey.
I'm bad about looking on Discord because I get message requests don't show up on my phone, and I never look at Discord. And when I do, it's like, oh, I've got 6 unopened messages. Like, oh, I'm sorry.
Me too. My bad.
It's like I'll get to those at some point, maybe. Hopefully.
And it's completely stupid. 30-second side rant. I go into my Instagram messages, or not Instagram, Discord messages on my way to Cam's, or the day before, whatever. It's irrelevant. And there's one from New Crew, Steve-O.
Mhm.
Okay. So he's like, hey, have you gotten your Massonomics stuff yet since the strike ended? And I'm like, just talking to him like we do on Discord. I'm like, if you got big in front of your name, I'm going to talk to you like I know you already, but I don't. So I start talking to him and I'm like, hey, where are you? And he's in Burlington where I work.
Oh,
Small world.
And I was like, you're in Burlington? And I'm like, do you want to come to this crew meetup? And I'm like, I'll check with Cam to make sure it's okay. And he was like, I got a thing that day, but any other could let me know in advance and I'm in. And I was like, hey, by the way, do you shop at the Costco there? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, you and I have totally crossed paths. I spent 9 years working at that Costco at the cell phone booth. He's like, I don't buy my phones at Costco and I don't know why. And I was like, well, that aside, then you would have met me if you did. But there's a 99% chance me and this guy have been 10 feet from each other.
You guys might have even been standing at the urinal sneezing at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. So,
all right.
So again, check your messages.
And until next time, see you next Tuesday.